Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Rita video blog. I'm Mary Sky. So today, Chloe asked me for a little treat. So I cannot deny Chloe a little treat. So it's called an egg dish. Now, please excuse me while I look for a couple things. I can use an egg or I can use a whisk. I prefer to use a whisk if I have one. Otherwise, well, I can do something else, yes. So, I have all these kitchen tools around and I just don't know where my whisk went. Oh, might be in here. Yes, here we go. So today's plan is, yeah, you heard it from me, people. Gotta preheat the egg maker because we are making eggs. That's right. So, let's get the eggs cracking. So today we're going to be talking about prepping while we crack some eggs. Yeah. See, Chloe's leaving Monday or Tuesday, and we're trying to get a hold of the homeless shelter for her. I can't keep using my place as a homeless shelter. But today we're going to be talking about prepping. Now, let me tell you a story, okay? So Chloe turns and changes on a dime, literally. One minute she says, oh, I want to prep and make sure I have enough money saved for a car. The next minute, she doesn't want to do that because, well, she wants to allocate 2/3 of her income for junk or clothes or whatnot. Yeah. There we go, people. See, this is Chloe's batter. See, Chloe's like, oh, I want to see you use the thingamabob, you know. And I was like, oh, so you want to see me make eggs this morning? Oh, I want to see the omelet maker. Okay. So, some people throw milk in, some don't. I don't because my recipe just says throw eggs in it, and this is good enough. You know, fried eggs in an egg pan. An omelet, all it is a fried egg anyway. So, anyways, I remember my cousin last year asking about this. There we go. Let's put this here temporary. Let's lift the lid with the oven mitt. Yep. So then once Chloe's is done, then I get to start my omelet. Yeah, see? Surprised when Zoe was here. She didn't ask me to make her one. Oh, that's right. She had her own omelet she didn't like. All right, so morning, everyone. Yes. So I will check the egg thingy in a minute. I just want to Usually we don't cook omelets actually, so this will be a morning treat for you all, you know, because, well, it's an omelet, you know. And so, there you people out there, you message me sometimes to say, what are you doing? How goes it? One guy messaged me last night. He said, hey, follow your channel. Did your buddy send you your award card? Yeah, I was like, nope, don't care. So today we're going to be talking about prepping today, okay? Prepping an egg dishes. As you can see, I'm making an egg dish. Yeah. So this little doodad is cooking the egg to make it nice and fluffy. So then I'll make another batch, and then it'll be my turn. Yeah. Personally, we could use some extra cheese and stuff, but so today's plan is, Chloe's I'm gonna clean the bathroom while you're on YouTube and making my omelets. Really, that's nice. That's really nice. See, the door's open, and Higgins emailed me something again. Yes, he's like, oh, question. So I had a question for Higgins. Yeah. So I asked Higgins a question. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about it today. So Social Security came out with their COLA recently. I didn't get to talk about that, so today I'm going to do it. You see, a little steam there. Just got to make sure everything's good. So basically what you do is you check on it from time to time. Yeah. Hey, Chloe, come here a second. She's busy doing something, I guess. Yeah. Here, I'm going to show you something. So, guys, don't worry. This is our Sunday edition. I just want to show Chloe this. See how it's smoking? Look at this.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you think?
Nice.
She's ready?
Yes.
In about 10 minutes, I will scoop it up for you and make another batch. Anyway, so I got like 10 minutes, everyone. So, give or take, I just want to make sure the eggs are fully cooked for Chloe. We just got to keep an eye on it. That's why I open it from time to time. There's a little steam that's cooking inside. I don't mind having an omelet from time to time. Yeah, so omelets are easy to make. You just throw them in there, and you can throw anything on it. By the way, another good thing is you can also use salsa on your omelet. Salsa omelette. Yeah, the onaro, the egg, the oval-shaped egg, the onaro. I don't know. So, anyways, let's get down to prepping. So I told Chloe, okay, Chloe turns, like I said to you guys earlier in the video or in the beginning, I'm trying to teach Chloe a valuable lesson on prepping, okay, and that is, here's the problem with Chloe. We're going to talk about Chloe's little problem today on the air because, people need to realize that I love Chloe dearly as a family member, but Chloe can't keep mooching off people for money or taking other people's money and complaining, who's buying this? Well, think about it. I've lost $75,000, okay? Well, give or take, it's like $73,000 now, but we need to talk about the art of money, and that is that I'm going to check that from time to time. It's like 7 to 10 minutes per egg per omelet, and Chloe's going to have an omelet. I got a plate sitting under there, so then Chloe's going to basically let me stick it. Then I'm going to make some more omelets, and then I'm making more omelets. Okay, so the deal goes like this. I trying to teach. People have messaged me, emailed me, saying, what are you trying to teach? Chloe will never learn. Trying to teach an old dog old tricks is not going to work because Chloe doesn't care. People are saying, and I quote, and I hope Chloe doesn't get mad here, okay? A lot of people are saying Chloe's narcissistic, only thinks about herself, doesn't give a shit about others, likes to screw over people. If it benefits her, she'll do it. She doesn't give a shit about anyone but herself. Yeah, so here's the deal. I got to go check on that. So today we're going to be talking about prepping and how Chloe can better her life as a prepper. Okay. Now Chloe sits there today and she's like, I need to I'll take only 300. 300 doesn't buy you much for groceries in this day and age. That's something I want to talk to you guys about. 300 may get you maybe half a month to a month of groceries if you're allocating for food properly. Yeah. I mean, think about it, people. And then people say to me, well, what does that mean? Well, it means a lot. Think about it. So you turn around, right? And Chloe turns around. She says, well, I want it real. Okay, let me put it this way. What you ordered was a lot of chili recently. Right? It cost her a lot of money. All right, a lot. Canned chili. That just will sustain her for 15 to 30 days, what she bought, right? With the chili problem coming up, her one chili's been discontinued or the cans exploded. So they just decided to give Chloe a refund on the hot chili and gave her the ability for Laredo chili. Now, I tried to tell Chloe, okay, here's the problem with prepping, okay? And I tried to tell Chloe this big time. And I want to tell you all about prepping too today, because prepping is not something where you just buy a few items, stick in the corner, and hope like hell for the best. Right now, we're in a tumultuous time where I want to talk about something that's very scary. Chloe's like, oh, well, I'll just add $100 and I'll have my food for the month. Really? $100. Let's see what you can get for $100. Okay, now, truthfully, let's talk about the problems here. The problem is, and by the way, let me change my shirt real quick because I am getting a little toasty. I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's very important to me today. Very important, okay? And that is something that's very important. And that is supply and demand, okay? Now, I look at every morning as a prepper, I look over stores, over my coffee. Now, and I sit there. And what do? I'll tell you what I do. I sit there. Where the hell did my pan go? Great. Son of a bitch. So I sit there, okay, and I go over pricing. So he says that's one of my special features, okay. I know pricing, okay. Pricing is going up, okay. Chloe says, oh, well, Zoe said I'm, remember when I say Chloe or Zoe is with a Z, Chloe's with a C, but to make things easier so I don't confuse you all, I'm going to call Chloe Beth because it's easier, okay. I'll use her new middle name, Beth. Or Bethany. So Beth turns around and says, oh, well, I want to look. The other day, okay, someone was talking about 12-pack corned beef. Okay, corned beef. There is no 12-pack of corned beef right now. No. What there is a I'm getting ready to pull it out for Chloe, what do you call it? Not a 12-pack of corned beef. Corned beef's going out like crazy. Spam's going out like crazy. So as a prepper, you got to think to yourself, how much are you willing to prep right now? Because those food supplies are going to be empty by the time the election gets here, or right after the election. Food supplies are going to be down through the roof. And that is a guaranteed fact because too many people are panicking. I mean, look, I went through an entire list today, okay? I can go through the list with you guys, okay? I should go over Chloe's list. I know Chloe's password because I set it up for Costco. So let's just go over to the Costco. Okay. So I'm going to share with you some stuff that I told Chloe specifically, okay? And see, it says St. Mine Warehouse. Okay, we want sign in because, well, we're signing in. Yeah, whatever. So as a Costco member, I've heard people say, oh, well, it's better to be a Sam's Club member. Maybe. Fortunately, the problem is Yeah, so here we go. So we saved the password so we can go directly into um, um, I'm a member, so you click on account and it says hello Rita, because Chloe's connected to my Costco right now. I can take her off at any time and put someone else in. But anyways, I don't want to piss off anyone. So anyways, let's just get this taken care of. Okay, it should basically load up. Okay, so I want to go through the shopping list for you, Costco, that Chloe looked over today because she wanted me to fill it. And let me tell you, it took me till 5:20 in the morning to finish it because she has a lot of items. Okay, everything she wants. Okay, let's just pull this out now. I think it's ready for Chloe. I think it's done. Right? Yeah. There we go. And then we just dump the rest. There. See? And then we close this again. And then I mix up the next batch. And then, even though it's just what these omelets are, we go and do this. You got one more in the pan cooking. Couldn't cook it all. All right, preppers. Chloe's going to be the guinea pig for my omelets. They're simple but efficient. And they're full of protein. So, next up is I'm going to be whisking up another batch of eggs. Here you go.
Thank you.
I need to get some eggs real quick and crack them because
I'm try this before I make my other side. Good.
there's one more for her. Won't take too long, people, but I want to talk about prepping in general. Sorry, just need to have access to my cooking stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking, worst case scenario, I'll just have to stay in a men's shelter in the closet.
Where?
What do you think?
On Seattle.
Oh, dude, this thing's hard to open.
You want me to help you? Ugh. That's because the can's damaged. And it's dented. That's another reason why.
Won't
Dented
open.
cans like this, you don't freaking
Just throw out.
usually, but I'm getting it for you. There you go.
Thank you.
I finished my. Oh, all right, preppers. Let's talk about what I'm doing here. I'm whisking up some more eggs because I'm going to make my own omelets now. Unfortunately, Chloe's is not ready because Chloe's basically comes first. Apparently, always first. I mean, look. I want to talk to you guys about prepping today. Okay, it's very important that you hear me carefully on the Sunday morning edition. I should basically find my tripod one of these days, but apparently Chloe misplaced the damn thing. Otherwise, I'd be using my high-end camera to do these videos, and I'll show you how to make a crappy omelet in an omelet maker. Now, Now, one of the things you can buy at Costco is 5 dozen eggs. Now, I was trying to get Chloe to go to Costco one of these days so we can get some actual real supplies, including but not limited to meats. Now, let me just tell you a little problem, okay, that I have with Costco, okay, and the rest of the world. I want to tell you something. Costco is running out of toilet paper and paper towels right now. A lot of people are panic buying again because of the thingy. Now, as I told Chloe said to me, "Oh, I want a car." Well, the best way to get a car is, but not limited to, prepping. And that means using 99% of your income for prepping because, well, she has, as I tried to explain it to her, disposable income because she has no bills. She doesn't even need to pay for her phone bill anymore. Her phone bill is all covered through me.
I'd rather prep than get a car.
So the problem is let me tell you again, the problems with prepping right now, people, okay? And I try to teach this. Chloe's like this. "Oh, what are you doing, Rita?" I'm sitting here like, "Shut up. I need my morning coffee." She knows not to talk to me. Even Zoe's learned that one. How is that? Really good?
It is.
Fine. Let me just basically do this then. I need to get behind you because I'm running the omelet maker.
All right.
So, as you can see, Chloe, right there. Your third egg's right there.
All right.
Third omelet's right there. You get 3, I get 3. So, basically, yeah, it's her food. So, she takes too long in the kitchen and her egg burns.
I take too long in the kitchen. I love taking too long in the kitchen.
There he goes, complaining. And take your damn mood stabilizer. I'm not being treated like crap. Otherwise, she knows the door's that way, and I can kick her out at any time. Now, let's talk about
probably
prepper.
going to men's shelter anyways, which I'm not looking forward
See,
to. But
this is why I need to talk about prepping people. We don't need to talk about men's shelter. She ain't going to be in a men's shelter, okay? She's going up to a couple places. Unfortunately, it's all negative. I mean, literally negative. I mean, look. We're here to talk about prepping. Now, I want to talk about the biggest problem with prepping right now that is in the damn history of prepping. We got an election coming in 23 days. We got Chloe panic grumping again. Panic grumping. By the way, we're already almost at the end of the month. Literally, the end of the month, okay? Chloe, of course, needs to step back and realize the good Lord's with her. She doesn't believe in the good Lord. Secondly, she needs to realize she flip-flops. You're going to stay with the prepping idea. You need to stay with it because soon there's not going to be any fucking groceries for a while because you're going to see either the food supply chains cut off because of civil war. Even Phil agreed last night. It's not looking good. You're going to have both factions duking out for the White House. Meanwhile, what happens?
the civil war is going to cut off food. Yes, I understand. So, what are they going to do? Just go food supplies, starve everyone?
Yes. That was the freaking. I mean, if there's a civil war, how is people going to get factories and food from, say, a red state to a blue state if the blue state relies on the factory to provide the beans or the chili or the hot dogs or the chicken? That is something we need to talk about this Sunday morning. Think about it, people. So I'm trying to encourage you all to prep now. Literally prep now. Why? Because that's how you do it. All right. Secondly, the food supplies are getting bad. I mean, look, I got Chloe's prepping list open for you for Costco. I want to go over it with you real quick, okay? So as I was talking to Chloe, I'm going to tell you my opinion on some of these items, okay, while we talk. First of all, I've never heard of two-gallon garbage bags. So you get 30 garbage bags, or sorry, 2-gallon freezer bags. And I've never seen 2 gallons. I've seen 1 gallon. I always use 1 gallon. Now, for me, of course, cutting down the shopping list for prepping, I would utilize this method for prepping, okay? And this is something I want to say. Fortunately, yeah, I'll get to that in a second, okay? I think this is going to be an interesting discussion, all right? So, for example, unless you have 2 gallons of food you want to freeze at one given time or have a large freezer, 2 gallons would be just an option. I use 1 gallon. Now, as I told Chloe the other day, okay, if I bought 580 sandwich bags, the sandwich Ziploc bags will basically be sitting in my damn cupboard for about 20 years unless I needed a small bag for coffee, and then it'd still be there for 20 years. It'd be a good investment, but 20 years, okay? So I better see if that other thing is ready for my for taking out.
All right, do it.
Oh, I can wait.
I can wait too. I can leave and wait.
So, anyways, don't worry about me, guys. So, anyways,
Go ahead.
so one of the things I want to share with you all is, thank you, is I got to grab the other pan for, or the thing so I can start cooking more omelet. You know, this would make a good sandwich, people. You just put on a piece of Canadian bacon and you got an omelet. Here you go, Chloe, your last piece. Wow. No, those come in handy too, don't they, little wieners? All right, preppers. So let's talk about the most important thing. You guys are great watching me this morning. Okay, so a lot of people out there have been talking about and messaging me about something important. So they're talking about stuff that I have knowledge over, okay? As Zoe knows, I'm very knowledgeable. Chloe, of course, Chloe just likes to argue because she can, all right? So here's the deal. We got a problem, okay? And the problem is, I'm going to go through Chloe's list first and explain to you the pros and cons of a prepper, okay? Like I said, I'd put the 2-gallon freezer bags on the table. The sandwich bags, I would have Nonka used for sandwich bags and quart bags, unless you're basically freezing quarts or that. I don't think 216 quart bags would be practical, but Ziploc bags in general is practical. You just got to find a use for them. That's all I'm going to say. Tape, that's a good deal. Batteries. Alkaline batteries, 21 batteries of Duracell that last 10 years. Those are good for prepping for smoke detectors and smoke alarms. Now, AA batteries are good because you may need it for different things. Now, we won't go into tape. Post-it notes. Well, let's just say nowadays you can get a free program on your phone or your computer called AnyDo, and it'll post it on a little board for you for Monday through Sunday. So technically, you could skip $12 for post-it notes, yeah. But each item you look at is basically an item that you may or may not need. For example, scissors, you could use an extra 3-pack of scissors, good deal. Disinfectant wipes are always good. Floor cleaners, good. Those little sponges or scratch sponges or Scotch-Brite sponges are always good. Dish soap is mandatory. So I got dish soap. I told Chloe I'm buying the dish soap already and the toilet paper. So that's one of the prepping things. If she's going to take care of other stuff, I'll take care of that. I also got extra garbage bags coming. So next up, Spam. Spam is getting harder and harder to buy because they're basically going from 12 count to 8 count. So you got to think about the 8 count. Now, they used to do 24 count of those little sausages Chloe's eating, the Libby's right there. They used to do 24. They cut out 6 cans and made the box smaller. That's what we call shrinkflation. Now, chicken breast. Now, unless you're basically going to take canned chicken breast, as I said time and time again, in the prepper's log like this, these are tuna, by the way. So, Chloe, I need to get some mayonnaise next month so I can start eating down the tuna sandwiches. That means bread. But this thing here could be used in marinara. So, for example, you want to make a chicken Parmesan sandwich with hoagie rolls. You take this, a can of spaghetti sauce, spaghetti sauce. Throw a couple cans of this in, heat it up on the stove, slow warming or cooking it. and then put it on a hoagie roll, and you got a chicken marinara sandwich. That's what canned chicken's for. Otherwise, you can dice in ramen, but you better use a little extra bouillon for your ramen. Now, next is green beans and corn. Green beans and corn is good if you're using it as a side only. Now, Chloe, of course, I want to say that they're giving you a 6-count, 6-pack, which is kind of expensive. I wouldn't invest in it, but a 6-pack of sardines. Sardines and anchovies are an emergency preparedness for, but not limited to, protein. Now, Chloe could eat 6 cans of sardines. That's like $2.50 a can. So you got to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Negative. Now, garbanzo beans, an 8-count. They went from 12 to 8. Think about it. Shrinkflation. Chloe's looking at me like, okay. Next up is tomato ketchup. Chloe said she doesn't use tomato ketchup, so we're all good. Yeah. So, okay. So that's something you take off the list. You see, as you go, you can basically go there. I'm editing this as I talk. So, yeah. So we're on page 3. There's 12 pages now instead of 13. Now, I wouldn't buy sardines myself, okay? Then there's spaghetti sauce. That's the thing. Chloe likes yellow mustard. That's a must if you're going to. But the other thing is some of these items you got to ask yourself, are you really going to invest this kind of money into things like mayonnaise or sorry, not mayonnaise, mustard or barbecue sauce? Sweet Baby Ray's is a good deal. Same with the mustard. But question is other issues. Now, they do have shrinkflation. They used to be 24 spicy noodle bowls. It's 18. It's $23 for Nong Shim bowl. So it's a 10-ounce bowl, okay? Personally, in my opinion, if you look at something and you see it says 6-count and $23, I would scrub that off the list. But this is Chloe's personal list, so Chloe gets to do what she wants, okay? Like I said, we have shrinkflation. Nong Shim used to be 24-count of Nong Shim. Now it's 18. Top Ramen, they're giving you a double stack of that. That's a great deal. Same with shrimp noodles. I always say to Chloe, get shrimp, beef, and chicken. Ramen can be traded for other things and bartered. She's like, well, I don't like chicken. Well, guess what? In this day and age, you eat the damn chicken because you'll be happy to have it when the fucking supply chains get broken. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys today. Spaghetti noodles, again, 8-count of organic. It's organic, so it's more money. You can find cheaper spaghetti noodles probably on Amazon. Actually, I'll look for that. Now, certain items I would say is ground coarse ground garlic salt and granulated garlic is a good idea if you like to bake or cook. Now, think of it this way. Food Bank only gives you these little packets. Yeah. What happens if you need more garlic and you want to make garlic bread and you can't? So it's always good to keep garlic in hand. Peanut butter. Another staple that I like is peanut butter. Yes. Peanut butter is a staple. I like crunchy peanut butter, but creamy is good. I can use up all the creamy. Bread's also a good. Now, one of the prepper's tools I want to talk to you about today that would save you a ton of money for most people, and Chloe should learn this too, is a bread maker. You make bread, you can make garlic bread, you can make loaf bread, you can basically make sandwich bread every day by a touch of a button, or even 2 bread makers, and you won't even need to worry about going to the store. That's where you use up your food bank peanut butter really quickly, supply demand, because if the food bank provides you peanut butter but doesn't provide you bread because every fucking person steals all the bread, you can make your own. It's just a small investment, okay? Next up is, like I said, paper towels is a necessity. I'm buying those already. Dog food. Now, Chloe and I already talked. We're probably going to go through Amazon for the other mega 45-pound bag because, well, it's 45 pounds, and it's cheaper than the Signature. Next up is honey. Now, I don't eat honey, but Chloe loves honey, so honey is as honey does. Yeah. Let's check on that omelet mine. So the next up is honey. Like I said, if you use honey, it's fine. Honey is good for making things like honey cornbread, etc. Salsa is a necessity. You can buy bulk salsa. Let's see. Dish soap is mandatory. We don't have to do that. Now we're getting into stuff that may or may not be mandatory. Okay. For example, there's more minced garlic that's mandatory. Whole bean peppercorn. Whole bean peppercorn's good if you have a grinder. If you spend a few bucks by a grinder, you can use whole peppercorn and grind it yourself. Meaning you have all peppercorn all the time and you don't have to worry like Chloe does about spending $8 for a pair of salt and pepper. Now, salt, on the other hand, well, that's a different story. Okay. Next up is where we get to is this a prepping tool or is this something to not prep? And I'll talk about that in a minute. So, anywho, I hope you guys are enjoying this lesson so far. Okay, so I'm going to grab my omelettes and we're going to talk some candy. A lot of people say to me, what the hell does preppers do with candy? Candy's only good for a short burst of candy. Now, a lot of candy is expensive. Why is it expensive? Because we import most of the candy. Now, as Chloe knows, sorry, I have to say that word. I don't give a shit. Her triggers are not. She angered me this morning anyways by trying to cut out her ideas and etc. And I'm telling her we're going to have problems and she needs to fucking get her head out of her ass and not thinking about her next fix of shopping. Okay. So candy. Chloe's mom used to work with Hershey's. They also Nonka and KNOW that the problem with it is we import our sugar. Importing the sugar means it's more money. More money means more money, which means more money. So what does that tell you? It tells you what you already know. Which is that candy is expensive because of the sugar and the cocoa. Cocoa's imported too. So you turn around and you say, okay, cocoa and sugar is expensive. All right, so getting full, Chloe? Because I can always make one more batch if you want. Good. Okay, so let's get down to the next part. So all of Chloe's other prepper stuff, by the way, Chloe knows I talk bad about her because I care. And so you guys can realize that dealing with someone autistic who has their own mindset is a little different. Okay, so Chloe's got candy, king-size candies. Now, a lot of these king-size candies, Chloe has not realized that what she wants is $50 for king-size candy bars. Literally, some of them are, Yum. So, there we have it. So, a lot of it is $40. So, you got to ask yourself, is that a prepper thing? Maybe it's a little treat and carry one bag around. Yes. But, candy, I'd leave it in the later cart part and only buy what is necessary because candy is one of those things that's a treat. It's not something you want to carry on hand at all times. I mean, literally and in fact, and I don't like saying this because I know eventually I'll hear from Zoe probably next week. And Zoe's going to tell me bad, Rita, for talking about how candy makes people fat. So technically, that's another reason why you need to stay away from candies because it's all, as Higgins would say, useless calories and carbs. Now, Higgins is probably going to sit there and send me an email being like, oh, I want an omelet too. Buy yourself an omelet maker. So all of this stuff here is, okay, so here it says Coca-Cola Minis just ran out of stock. Sprite Minis just ran out of stock. So this is real-time events, okay? Real time. So coffee. Now, I got coffee on my list coming again, okay? And that is because of other things. But here they go. 24-ounce organic small traveler milks. That's UHT or ultra heat tested. Yeah, they went from 24 to 18. They're calling it shrinkflation. So think about it from that point of view, preppers. Now you're thinking, okay, what else? I'll get to it. Now, a lot of people will probably email me and say stuff like, you're scaring the Chloe. I'm not trying to scare Chloe. Chloe should realize every morning I get up and the first thing I do with my coffee is I check pricing. That's what I do every morning. Because supply and demand is getting worse. Now, you got a question. You got pineapple juice, okay? Again, Chloe likes pineapple juice. I, for one, like I said, I'm a big fan of pineapple juice, but is it necessary for prepping? That's the question you gotta ask yourself. Some items, unless you're willing to make, I think it's pina coladas. Dinky made them for me. Pineapple juice cans, not needed. Sunny D, not needed. Fuck, get away from my fucking food. Fucking dog. Okay, so this ain't ready yet. Alright, we're good. Next up is Chloe's gonna do dishes so we can actually eat tonight. Waters. Now, a lot of people out there say, well, we need water. Yes, you got regular spring water or artesian water, like Fiji water is the best water out there. Then you got sparkling water. As you can see, sparkling water is being sucked up right now. But sparkling water is good if you can't, quote unquote, stomach the other water, by the way. And you're sitting there thinking, well, what does that mean? Well, let me explain it. You see, sparkling water is good if you want to get off of soda, but is it necessary as a prepper? Negative. Sparkling water may keep you hydrated to a point, but the best hydration as a prepper is regular cold water, or at least filtered water. Filtered water is more important than sparkling water. We're almost done, by the way. I'm going over Chloe's with. Next is potato chips. Again, Chloe likes potato chips, but is that a prepper's tool to be used? Negative. So candy and chips, in my opinion. Now, I told Chloe you get those mini bags, those like assorted 50 count, you can take them with you for lunches, but you got to plan carefully. Same with the cooking. Same with the cookies and stuff. Cookies, again, unless you have low sugar and you need sugar, cookies are, well, cookies is as cookie does, okay? Next up is beef sticks. Beef sticks is only used as an emergency, as I said, for protein if you don't have protein. Now, we're going to go into a couple things in a second. Remember, I'm eating too. This is your morning edition or afternoon edition. Next up is goldfish crackers. Again, those are just snacks. Snacks are only good if you got to tie over yourself until dinner. Fortunately, as a prepper, money doesn't grow on trees, so you got to utilize what you have. Now, Chloe, of course, thinks $300. Yeah. $700 for spending. Actually, $800 for spending. Ain't going to happen because $800 will go through her like water. So, thing is she wants to sit there and say, oh, I'm allocating. It's fine. But thing is she has no bills. She needs to basically stockpile because for various reasons. Like I said, paper towels are coming. Nuts, again. Any forms of nuts are a form of protein. Yeah.
I'll be right back here.
So, and with all that said, you got to ask yourself, preppers, how much are you willing to spend? Because frankly, I went through that entire list because of last night. It took me until 5:20 in the morning to take it from shopping cart to save, so I can tell Chloe I worked hard for her. For her to flip on a dime and go, oh well, yeah. Think about it. You want to prep? You better prep. You don't want to prep? I don't care if you go hungry. Yeah, you see, that's something that I want to talk to you guys about. Yeah. So, plain and simple. Yes. Uh, so basically, Higgins says he thinks that's wonderful. There's a cost of living increase. Yeah. Problem is it's a very low cost of living increase because Higgins ain't getting jack for his SSI. Okay, plain and simple. I'm not getting much. I already did the math for Chloe. And it was $28 extra per month. Wow, Chloe got $28. How much Medicare taking out for Chloe? Nothing. Medicare plan? Oh, unless your state changes again? Yeah. Now, I don't eat eggs that often, but I'm telling you, it's pretty damn tasty. Hey, Mom. So, let me just grab my tools. All right. So, let it cool, and it's done. All right, so, as you can see, Chloe, she basically wasted half a can of whatnot. All right, so, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? So, anyways, like I said, now we're going to get into the crux of the problem, okay? Walmart, Amazon, Costco, Target, they're getting slim pickings every day online for shipping foods. Huh? And in their stores. Have you ever checked the onboard store locator and stuff? What's in there? Slim pickings, I tell you. We're basically getting into a place where economy is tanking, and people are saying that it's fine. Okay, it's fine. I believe you. I'm just saying, in my opinion, and only mine from not misinformation, is it's tanking. I mean, if Higgins could say it's wonderful that the cost of living increase for most elderly people, including that old fart, is 2.5%, then there's a problem because you can't live on 2.5% cost of living increase when your electricity goes through the roof. Ah, think about it. Think about it, babes. Think about it. I mean, literally, think about it. I have to save a 6-pack of eggs for manicotti, which is probably tonight or tomorrow night's dinner. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, Chloe's off to somewhere else. No, and I hope she stays. I mean, literally, yeah. I mean, we have plans in place as an emergency with the manager, but that's an emergency thing only. Manager wants me to get in touch with some other people, quote unquote. Issues when the time comes. Right now, we're just writing this APS thing out. Fortunately, my silence on the communication is just because of an APS thing, but I will be doing something soon. and checking in with Zoe when the time comes. I've already warned Zoe on YouTube to be prepared. Oh my God, this is tasty. Okay, let's just get down to brass tacks. Look at my son here. He's looking at me like, I get. So basically, when it comes to prepping, yeah. Let's get to the next list. All right. The next list is a very important list, okay? This is food list, okay? Oh, there's Higgins again. Higgins, do you have anything better to say to me? I'm working, okay? I'm working on YouTube and eating an omelet. Yes. Yeah, so. So he's sitting there and he says, what inflation? Okay, I'm not going to bite, okay? Because frankly, I'm pissed off when he sits there and tries to poke me every damn day, okay? Thing is, we have a severe inflation problem, okay? To a point. This is just my own opinion. Now, people say, oh, well, it's not that bad. Yeah, if you're a Democrat, you think, oh, inflation's down. Really? So inflation's down. One guy says, oh, $6 a gallon, for diesel is great here on the island. Right. All right. So, I'll tell you what's going on, okay? So, I was talking to a friend of mine, Phil. Phil, if you're watching this, there's nothing in my inbox yet, by the way. Actually, I'm making a serious discussion here again, Phil. The food supplies are going down. Yeah. For example, Chloe and I were talking about food, right? And for example, I know they sell 12 packs of corned beef, but there's only one company right now online selling 12 packs. Australian corned beef. Yeah. Spam went up in price again because no one can keep spam in stock. Regular spam, bacon spam, maple spam, jalapeno spam, sold out. Yeah. Think about it. They're working hard to get it back in. Yeah. All right. What's next? So then, we got to improvise. By the way, we're going to check on something too while we're doing this prepping discussion today, okay? Then there's beef stew. Again, they did shrinkflation. You can get 8 cans, 12 cans, 8 cans, 6 cans. I mean, literally 8 large cans. I mean, basically, you got to think. Chloe says to me, oh, how many cans do you think I need? Well, maybe me and Higgins need to discuss that one because I think 1 can would feed you per day if you skip out breakfast and lunch. Now, today was a good day for breakfast because, as you know, I don't eat much breakfast, okay? Meat sticks and jerkies are only there as an emergency food source if you don't have quote-unquote time for a meal and you're working too late. Otherwise, once you open a meat stick can, you got to eat them within a week or they start to go moldy. Yeah. Or 2 weeks, give or take. Yeah. Next up, chili beans. Chloe wants chili beans and spicy soup. She can get all the spicy soup she wants. Spicy soup alone is one thing. Now, spaghetti sauce is, as I said, quote unquote, not bad. Now, Chloe's like, oh, what do we do about? We'll talk about that in a moment, okay? Next up, spicy beef. Yeah. So, spicy beef is something that you need to think about, right? Now, she likes spicy soup, so let her have spicy soup. But then I told her that if you're going to stockpile food, you need ramen. She likes Nissan. I like Mary Chan. Now, if you look on this list here, Nissan ramen sold out. You see, there you go. Nissan ramen just sold out of chicken. That's something I want to say. And you guys sit there and say, oh, well, it's not that bad, really. So it's not bad that you go and you look at right here, right? Yeah. And then you go, chicken. Is chicken sold out? No. You just got to click on the thing. Okay. Now you can get for $12.99 or is it $14.99? It's about the same price as Amazon as it is Costco. So you just got to ask yourself, where do you want your ramen to be shipped? You can get 2 days shipping free if you buy enough of it at Costco. But Costco doesn't limit you on numbers like Walmart will limit you. Costco won't limit you apparently, but Amazon does. So think about that when you place your orders. Okay. That's one thing I do like about Costco. Okay. Now, another thing we're going to talk about is spaghetti sauce. Now, spaghetti sauce is dirt cheap right now. I say you basically get as much spaghetti as you need. Now, let's check on spaghetti noodles. Yeah, so spaghetti noodles. Here we go. So, 8-pack for X amount. You can get Barilla, which is sold out. Look at that, 8 16-ounce boxes. 1 pack for $3. Barilla 160 ounces where you need a Ziploc bag, $30. So as you can see here, preppers, when I talked about noodles and talking about Higgins, we were literally talking about, look at this. Toscanini authentic Italian spaghetti noodles. Yeah, look at this. Real Italian noodles. I mean, literally. I mean, you can't make this crap up. Oh, here you go. $365 by Whole Foods Market. Corn and rice spaghetti noodles, 12 ounces, $3.69. So what you're looking at right here is they're going to start raising spaghetti noodles. Yeah. I mean, literally, you can't just get a basic signature select spaghetti noodle and be like, okay, they're basically making you buy very expensive spaghetti noodles. It's like Amazon wants you to buy things that are so and then it goes into other things. Oh yeah, so here it is. Organic. I mean, so unless you're looking for, say, rotini noodles, which I got plenty of rotini noodles, I can eat that too. The point is look around. I mean, look at this. Packet 12, $50 for spaghetti pasta noodles. I mean, unless you want to buy and make your own spaghetti pasta, you're looking at a boatload of cash because people know spaghetti can stretch itself out. And again, it's because it's made with wheat. So think about it. This is something that you and I need to talk about. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm on Chloe's side for a second anyways, but look at that. Spaghetti noodles. I mean, you're literally sitting there looking at this. Now, you can do pasta noodles, you can do rotini noodles, you can do other noodles, but I mean, literally, let's just go do rotini noodles and see if they sell it by box too, because, I like a good rotini from time to time too. Okay, so 4 boxes. Yeah, look at that. 4 boxes for freaking $16. I mean, literally 12-pack rotini. Here we go. So if you can't get spaghetti noodles, you go get rotini noodles. See, there we go. Found a back door to spaghetti noodles. You just got to look carefully. Now, I also like fettuccine noodles. That could be cheaper too. Fettuccine noodles. Here we go. Yeah. So they're selling boxed fettuccine, but we don't want boxed fettuccine. What we want is fettuccine noodles. So, for example, fettuccine noodles. Here we go. Fettuccine noodles. Cheaper again, you see. Spaghetti noodles, rotini noodles, fettuccine noodles. There you go. Apparently, fettuccine is a lot cheaper than spaghetti noodles. So think about that, preppers. I just basically showed you another backdoor if you just look as a prepper. And this is things that you got to look at because when the fucking spaghetti noodles run out, you're going to be looking at rotini and fettuccine. I like penny pasta too. I also like raviolis. I mean, you can probably find raviolis too if you look carefully, or tortellini. Tortellini. Here we go. Cabrera tortellini pasta variety pack. See? 3-pack. See, there you go. Tortellini. Yeah, I mean, think about it. They even sell tortellini in a bag. See? You get some of this stuff, you're doing good. There's packs of 3. I mean, think about it. Little white sauce, you got it made. I mean, think about it, people. This is the stuff you need to look at right now. Yeah. I mean, literally, Pagani tortellini. I mean, you guys sit there and you say, oh, but no buts. You see, when I sit there and I tell you these things, that's where we're doing things. I love a good tortellini anyways. Yeah. So, and then you have raviolis, right? So raviolis is next. I mean, think about it. So ravioli. Now, they're going to probably be in a can, usually. There's overstuffed right there. See, overstuffed. You can get overstuffed. I recommend overstuffed. But that's all it is. You know, you don't actually have packaged right there because of it, because most of it is refrigerated. So, again, you got to ask yourself a lot of questions. And that is why, as a prepper, you got to basically look at the price of things going up, things going down. Chloe doesn't realize this. Chloe sits there and says, oh, well, I don't want to prep. Okay, good. You don't want to prep. But if you don't prep, you go hungry. Plain and simple. We're going to be in a tumultuous time where, I mean, literally, I just backdoored things. I mean, does Chloe even realize, for example, or Zoe or Higgins or Phil or Dinky or Corey or rest of the crew, that food's getting scarce? I mean, literally, I could have Chloe sit out here, look at me, and she'd be like, oh, wow, you know, look at me. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, what's more important in the world right now, preppers? Food or money? Turn that light off if you're not using it. See, I'm paying the electric bill, and she's got the damn heat lamp on, and my bill's going to probably be $20 higher because she leaves it on.
I'm trying to start the bathroom.
Anywho, let me tell you a story, okay? There is food shortages everywhere, people. I mean, this is why we're talking about backdooring the pastas. I mean, literally. Can you actually get this? Yeah, shipped and sold by Amazon. Wow, shipped and sold by Amazon. I'm happy about this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, when you're looking at foods, you got to ask yourself, what are you going to do? In my opinion, you better move your rumpuses and get it done. Oh, they sell this in a pack too. Take that. You see, when you start looking at this, you just buy what you need. I mean, think about it. This is stuff that you could literally live on and not worry about food. But of course, there's people out there that sit there. Oh, yeah, I need to look up my other thing real quick too. Yeah, so there we go. So, as a prepper, you must always basically prep like the wind. There we go. That's on sale, so we'll get some of that too. So, I've been telling Chloe time and time again, you got to think about, food. Food's the most important thing right now because if the way things are looking, okay, and I don't have all the answers, okay, because, you got these jackasses. They're like, oh, Trump's going to win. I'm not going to hear it on my channel, okay? Until the election's over, it's going to be a bloodbath any way you look at it because, in my opinion, either Trump's going to win, Kamala's going to win, they're going to duke it out for supremacy, and we're going to be screwed any way you look at it. So you better be prepping now because, there's going to be a lot of disruptions, I think, coming up in the pipe. And that means not just disruptions as in food disruptions, but a lot of different disruptions. And there's going to be a lot of people. A lot of people want to do a lot of damage to the citizens of the country. And that is something, yeah. So, to me, I'm here to tell you, we need to prep, okay? I mean, literally. Here we go. Overstuffed jumbo spaghetti and meatballs, beef ravioli. So they have beef raviolis, but they don't have the sausage, which I ate like 90% of my sausage up. Now, oh, there it is. Italian sausage is out of stock. Oh, well, there we go. The Italian raviolis is we'll get beef then. Beef's not bad. Yeah. So, anywho, so for example, as a prepper, you need to realize that when you're prepping, you need to prep with your heart. And to prep with your heart, you need to literally prep like your butt's on fire, because literally it's not getting any easier. Hold on. Quit poking the bear. Yeah, so roll on forward, laugh from my house. All right, so basically the truth is you guys need to prep, okay? Chloe needs the prep. Everyone needs the prep, and that's the thing. I mean, look. I mean, hold on a sec. I want to share something with Chloe real quick while I'm up.
Yes.
Are you well aware that spaghetti noodles are hard to get a hold of right now? Literally, they're basically for people. Now, I want to tell you guys another story here, okay? I just told Chloe my findings for you guys to listen to the professional here. Excuse me for tuning. The professional says, oh, yeah, I need to check on my phone here, because Chloe apparently said this is my phone. She's just using it, which means she ends up with my PIN in my phone for a week, which really sucks, because then I can't check my balance. Not that it matters, because apparently I don't need it for a week, because apparently there's no money, so Chloe's just like, whatever, right? So, anyways, I was on Amazon earlier. What was I doing earlier? Oh, yeah, so I installed AnyDo on the phone. Excuse me for 1 second. I need to talk to Chloe. Not that you give a shit. Oh, and by the way, Chloe, I'd like to share something with you to prep you too. Oh, I also need to calibrate this. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, okay, preppers, please give me a like and thumbs up. Subscribe if you're there. There's 4 people. I want comments, so comment away. So, I just was talking to Chloe about this. By the way, it's pretty cool. I get it in this week, or ending this week. Chloe's new phone's supposed to come in. Apparently, I'm supposed to program Chloe's phone. I guess I'm going to be programming it, but it doesn't matter to me because I don't get paid anyways. Apparently, I get shafted anyway. Look at it. So, of course, Higgins would say something else, but anyways, let's just talk about prepping, okay? So one of the biggest problems right now as preppers is the fact that, oh yeah, Chloe was like, oh, is there anything else? Yes, I'll look up the rest real quick. She asked me to look up a couple more things. Oh, what's this? That looks cool. So this is Fido pasta noodles. Oh, okay, so if you want What the hell is this? Okay, so you can buy macaroni. Yeah, so you can buy a whole bunch of Moderno, La Moderno Fidio pasta. Pretty cheap. Look at that. You get a whole bunch. That's a damn good deal for 20 bags. Okay. So we need so you get rigatoni. I'm just looking at this real quick. Rigatoni. So rigatoni is right there, okay. And then there's penne pasta. So basically, there's mezzi rigatoni. So everything you're looking at right now, you have to look at it from a different point of view. You have to substitute things. You can't just sit there and say, "Oh well, it's yeah." So look at all these. So you have to substitute. So there's rigatoni. There's penne pasta. I mean, when you look at the entire picture here, you got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to, um, yeah, to invest in? Because when you look at all these pastas, and and yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, everything comes for a reason. Yeah. So if you don't buy the pastas that you, I'm just saying rigatoni, penne. I mean, you could use penne. I'm not a big fan of penne. I like the pastas I mentioned, but my point is if you look at it. Oh, not to mention, yeah. So, for example, Parmesan cheese. Okay, everyone loves Parmesan cheese, right? Parmesan cheese is literally through the roof. So you got to buy X amount to get a deal. Yeah. So think about it. Chloe and I, we like Parmesan, but it is very, very expensive for the dried Parmesan. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Parmesan cheese official licensed pizza seasoning. Oh, yeah, that's nice. So they're trying to cash in on the Turtles names again. That's cool. All right. So, um, yeah. So anyways, let's just look up something. Everyone asks me about these from time to time, right? So classic potato chips are on sale right now. Yeah, see that on sale. You can buy a couple bags of those, but thing is, you got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to spend? Let's just get out of this for now, um, because I, for one, think that we're done searching right now. Let's have some coffee and talk, because frankly, I want to talk about prepping, and that's very important. So, like I said, when it comes to prepping, you've seen it here, you've heard it from me. Pricing is going through the roof. You can barely find all your supplies and staples in one store anymore. And if you do, you're paying through the roof. I mean, look, like I said to Chloe earlier, you just don't go load up in $1,500 of candy and say, oh, look, this is my meals. Man can't live on candy alone. The reason candy's so expensive is because they import the cocoa and they import the chocolate, the cocoa to make the chocolate, and the sugar. A lot of things are imported. Yeah. How the hell did this happen today? Yep. See? I'm just like, what the hell is going on around here, man? All right. I don't mind. So, basically, as a prepper, you must prep like the wind is there. Now, a lot of people are sitting there. Chloe's going to sit there and yell at me probably in January. You told me we're going to have a civil war. We could. I mean, think about it. If civil war happens, supply lines will be cut when it comes to food. We will be basically hoping like hell that they can be quelling it fast enough so you can literally survive. I mean, think about it. That means not only the Civil War is going to happen for a reason, it's literally going to hurt a lot of people in the country, especially people who may or may not be on benefits that can't buy anything because there's nothing to buy. Is it really inflation? Yes, it is inflation. Think about it. People that basically sit there and say there is no inflation. I mean, look, Kamala's already talking about grocery prices. She's admitting grocery prices is high. Higgins says, or is it that we are still feeling the effects of past year's pricing? No, we're basically feeling inflation, and it's going to get worse. And that's not just increases, not got used to yet. Look, I mean, look at what happened, people. It's starting right after Joe botched the oil-making fuel prices go up for transport. I don't care what Joe did. What I care about right now is we're 23 days to the election. You guys need to prep because Higgins here thinks, oh, well, it's a botching thing. Look, the problem is inflation's high. I mean, look, even Zoe said in Ohio last time I talked, inflation's high. Bacon's expensive. So Higgins, knock it off when it comes to it. It's not, the prices are going up. It is going up. I mean, literally, the only thing you can't count on is, I mean, look, I'm a poor person. I manage numbers better than Higgins, okay? I'm an expert in numbers. And yet, they tell me I get $44 a month. That means $44 a month. That means my rent goes up 1/3 of $44. Not to mention the Medicare premium. How much is that going up this year? You see that's the other thing, right? So Medicare. Let's see, Medicare premium for 2025. Yeah, let's look at this, okay? So it's going to $185. So it's going up 5.9%. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah. So yeah, you see that? And then they say, oh, do you want a premium? Yeah, right. A premium. And then they tell you your premium, you get a premium, like a Advantage plan. Then you got to pay copay. It could be $20 or $30 every time. Sorry to say, but some people don't have $20, $30. I'm going to email this to Higgins because I think Higgins needs to pipe it when it comes to this part because, frankly, there. Let's see. It says that. So it says here, okay, I'll read this to you guys while I have a copy, okay? Medicare premiums for 2025 are expecting to change a few ways. The standard premium went up by 5.9%. So we get a cost of increase of 2.5%, but we just lost that 2.5% because for our $44 a month, we just lost 11%, $11 of our $44. So that's 34, that's $29 you get afterwards. So $29 a month. Yeah, after the Medicare increase of 5.9%. That tells you right there where we're going with this. Yeah. And Chloe gets $28 a month, right? So 28, 18, 12. So 13. Yeah. 13 is getting $13 a month more in January. $13. Higgins, he's like, oh, well, I can't live on what I have. Well, think about the elderly, Higgins, the ones that bring in retirement. They may have a slightly more than you that's got to pay 5.9% for Medicare premiums. Literally. I mean, think of it. Then you get some old geezer who says, oh, well, look at me. I don't have to pay my premium. Then I have my retirement and I work and I do this. And then you got an old codger who owns a boat that I know, claiming his premium goes up $400 in January. My premium's going up $400. Maybe if you didn't basically own a boat and it may be dangerous for you, then maybe you could turn around and do something else. I mean, literally, who knows why their insurance premiums are going up? I mean, I can always say owning a boat may be dangerous. Okay, jokingly, of course, I don't know the reason, but come on, I just had to throw that in there for poops and giggles, okay? But truth is in the pudding, people, that this is the facts of life. I mean, no one's addressing this. This is the problem. No one is addressing the inflation problem. I mean, look, my cousin Dinky, that's like $9 a foot for what is that called? $9 a foot for treated cedar boards for making fences, for example, is what I heard. $9 is what I heard, supposedly. How many people have $9 a foot? I know Higgins does. But then again, even if it's $6 non-treated, you got to ask yourself, why so expensive? Well, materials are going up. Everything's going up. But then again, delivering the materials is going up because you got to pay the truckers and the delivery people. You got to talk to the mill workers. Everyone goes up in price because of whatever reason. But then you guys turn around and say, oh, is that truly what we need? Yes. Really? Yes. Is it true? Yes. I mean, literally. Yeah. So think about it from my point of view. The American people need to realize right now is a time for prepping. Think about it. I mean, we're standing at a precipice where right now it can go either or. Civil war could happen, more likely. Civil unrest, one way to look at it after the election, because people aren't going to be happy. And that means people in this world are going to literally have no jobs. I mean, think about it. Grocery store people may not be able to go to work because civil war, backlogs, or food shortages, or whatnot. I mean, think about it. I mean, Chloe says, oh, well, I just want to allocate so much. Go ahead. Think of what happens after the election when you're freaking starving because you fucking didn't prep properly. Think of the people. At least Chloe's got somewhere to store some extra prepping gear where the fucking economy goes down the toilet because of it. I mean, think about it, people. Think about it. Think, McCloy. Think. Hello, butthead. Yeah, I mean, the honest to goodness is either you get my neighbors who, oh yeah, let them have civil war. The army will mow them all down and put a flag up and say F the Trumper maggers and they're all dead. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah. See. Then you got the other side saying, oh, we're gonna pick up early. Does the maggers have fucking tanks? Because the tanks can mow down 100 maggers faster than anything. Wow. But then you got the other side saying, Civil War and all this stuff. It could just be quelled quickly with the army, and they may just lay down their guns and say, okay, we submit. After 40 million of them are dead or whatever. I mean, we don't know what the future is going to hold, literally. And if they took an oath to defend democracy, they may do it. But the problem is we don't know what's happening. Okay, I know moderator Pee-wee, come on. Look, I don't care. My opinion's this. We need to prep. That's the whole point of this. My point is you guys need to prep. You guys can't sit around, fart up a storm. I mean, literally, prepping means prepping. And I told Chloe I'm the one that's taking care of the laundry soap, the dish soap, and the toilet paper. Let me show you my prepping list for Costco. Currently, all right, I did this last night, okay? I want to show you my list, okay? Chloe's list is candy and everything else. My list is practical. Not great. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so because it's always loading slow. I hate fucking Walmart when they do, or Costco. They load slow. It's like the slowest. Okay, so I got dish soap. Dish soap. Yeah, it's mandatory. See? Mandatory. Ziploc bags, gallon size. Paper towels and toilet paper. Mandatory. Popcorn. Might be a good deal. Instead of paying $4 for a little bag that I transferred into a container, I can get, it was like $4.69. I can get a large one that would last me 2 years. Yeah, and a good snack. Coffee. That's it. Coffee. Mandatory. You see? Mandatory prepping right there, people. Saves the money. Throw it in there. Throw it in a box. Free shipping. Oh, la, zing, zang. Yeah. Fortunately, someone's prepping list needs to be worked on because if you're going to basically stockpile, I mean, look, I buy ramen and mac and cheese because it's cheap and it's efficient and all it requires is a pot, a bowl, and a fork. That's one reason why I eat it all the time. But for other people out there, they say, oh, well, I'm going to have better cheddars because I have 5,000 packages. Yeah. And then basically you end up with too much salt in your system or you die because you ate too many better cheddars or whatever. I mean, literally. Eventually, let's put it to you this way. As a prepper, there's another problem you got to think about, okay, when it comes to prepping. And I'm going to talk about that as well. Hold on. All right, so I had to say it. Higgins is sitting there trying to challenge the Medicare thing, right? Well, if Higgins doesn't understand inflation, then Higgins, I'm sorry to say this, but you're dumber than a fucking bag of hammers. Sorry. He'll say, wash your mouth out. Well, guess what? I'm not going to because you're pissing me off here, okay? We're having a serious talk about prepping, okay? Now, here's another problem with prepping, okay? People sit there and they say, well, if you don't have $500,000 to prep together, then you're not a prepper. It's not true. You see, you can prep in many ways. Unfortunately, some poor people know how to handle it better than others, okay? Prepping, for example, if you can't eat rice, you make the rice and someone else does something else. I mean, think about it. I can turn around, right? Let me just tell you a story about prepping, okay? You can turn around, right? I'll tell you another prepping tool that I would use, okay? I'm gonna look up 3 items real quick so I can tell you, okay? So, I don't want that. Do we have it in a jar? Yeah, here we go. Pack of 1. Wow. Pack of 12. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking for, but not limited to, something else. Yeah. A lot of people say, oh, well, what are you talking about? Here we go. See? I'm looking for stuff like this. Yeah. So one of the things I'm looking for, okay, Chloe always knows this and you can buy it cheap, is for prepping purposes only, because I know you guys sit there and you say, oh, are we really talking about this? Yes. Okay. It's called gravy. You don't want packaged gravy, you want jarred gravy. You want a gravy in a jar. Yes. So you want beef gravy. You want brown gravy. You want beef gravy. Caramelized onions and thyme gravy, roasted garlic and rosemary gravy, chicken gravy. Now you guys sit there and you say, oh, why would we want chicken gravy? I'll tell you why you want chicken gravy. Before you guys sit there and argue about gravy, people, I'm going to tell you exactly why you need gravy, okay? Gravy is something that you can use on rice. So if you have rice to slap on some gravy, there's a prepper's tool right there. That's why I was looking for gravy too, to teach you guys a lesson about gravy. Now you guys turn around and you say, oh, well, why do we need gravy? It doesn't sound great. Gravy, chicken gravy, beef gravy, pork gravy. Yeah. I mean, if it's in a jar, that's what you want, man. I mean, eventually, you're going to basically realize without gravy, you're basically going to be eating rice by itself. It's always good to keep gravy on hand. That's another thing I want to teach you guys about is gravy. As a prepper, people sit there and they say, oh, yeah, well, like look at that one guy who was a farmer who disappeared. I mean, literally, chicken gravy, brown gravy, chicken gravy, beef gravy, pork gravy. I mean, literally, you can get some pork gravy too. Of course, every gravy is a little different, but if you don't see any gravy in a jar that's pork, I don't know, country sausage gravy. Look at that. You can buy a case of that, put it on them. I made some great steaks the other day, and I put some country gravy just to experiment. I'm telling you, it's pretty damn tasty. Why am I telling you this? Because you guys got to realize that you can use gravy as a substitute for rice. Rice is something that I always keep on hand. Now, I know Chloe doesn't like rice, but Chloe's going to have to realize that if she doesn't eat rice, you can also take country gravy, stick it on fucking pasta noodles, and have gravy on your noodles. You can do many things with gravy, but problem is, if you're not willing to basically think outside the box for prepping, then you're basically a waste of time when you basically turn around and say, oh, nothing's going to happen. Or you allocate X amount of money in this world, and then they find out that that's not enough, okay? and then you're screwed. Yeah, I'm gonna go check in the bathroom real quick because apparently I need to check. What? Negative. Not right now. Usually I just put it in that bucket and basically, or I put it on the floor and clean the counter and then I put it all back nicely.
All right.
Anyways, I'm talking about prepping still. Yeah, I'm gonna need to change and get a fresh pair of panties a little later. I think. Okay. All right, preppers. So let's talk about prepping some more. So it's Sunday. It's 1 o'clock, 1:30. We're on a good prepping roll. So basically, as a prepper, you need to literally remember. Hold on, I forgot to turn my own light off. I'm bad. I got it.
Hey, we need to all swept out too.
Yeah, that's cool.
After you two, well, we should probably set that up too.
Anyways, talking to preppers about food supplies. Yeah, and pricing. Food supply pricing is pretty damn bad right now, preppers, because it is pretty damn bad. I got some work I got to do a little later. But anyways, as a prepper, you need to realize that out of love for you all, you need to prep because it's not going to get any easier. Now, a lot of you people out there have asked me, Rita, what do you really buy? Well, here's where it gets technical and difficult. Okay, a lot of people sit there and say you need a solar generator. Go ahead and buy one if you need one, but you got to ask yourself location for one. Okay, location for one. Higgins is like, oh, well, I'll just stick it outside in my backyard. Good for you. Okay, problem is where I live, someone would probably steal it if I stuck it up to charge it in the solar, unless I had a lawn chair and I was sitting there. That's why you need to invest in a lawn chair and you need to spend 3 or 4 hours outside as long as it ain't raining, recharging it if there is a problem. Fortunately, most people basically sit there and think, okay, well, as you know, a solar generator does come in handy, or 2 or 3 or 4. But, the more you have, the more it's problematic because, as Higgins said last night, and I don't condone laughing at him, I don't, that one of his battery backups, I think it was a lithium-ion battery, basically smoked. Yeah, basically nearly burned his house down. So you got to be careful with batteries. That is why I don't like batteries or lithium-ion batteries in general. I mean, I think but then again, I like Duracell where you can just throw them away. But they won't give you Duracell, so. Anyways, dang Social Security, yeah. Pull your pants up. You finished pooping. Oh, yeah, see? He literally is just basically being annoying. Okay, so anyway, so as a prepper, you got to ask yourself, what are you going to buy, okay? So last night I sent Higgins a lot of research, right? A lot of research. Unfortunately, he better be working on it because he will get his gift card in approximately 17 days. I want the reports on my desk. Now, I've already done the radios, okay? World band radios will come in handy for certain issues, and that's something I should talk about a little bit later. Or now, if you wish, or whatever. But as a prepper, you got to ask yourself, how much do you, what was, oh yeah, country gravy. That's what I was looking at now. Country gravy. Yeah, so there we go. So country gravy in a can. I'm just checking here. So there you go. So there's only one type of can you can get. Yeah. So anyways, oh well. So that's pretty damn expensive for one stinking can of gravy. Yeah. So can't believe that. They're just like trying to rip you off. Apparently some of this stuff's discontinued. So like, whoops. Oh, you want that? We'll just charge you. Nope, not gonna happen. So anyways, so the bottom line is you got to look at all your prepping tools available to you. That's something I'm thinking about. Now, some of you guys sit there and you say, okay, I want this or I want that. Yeah, you can have anything you want, but what happens if you don't have everything you need? Literally. I mean, in a prepper's world right now, you need to prep, and that's the safety of your food is your safety net. And your food is your safety net, and the fact that every month you need to add to your preppers list. Me, I'm pretty well stocked on some things, but I'm restocking on others next month. So to me, I'm literally doing the practical thing and looking at it. I mean, ramen, restock it. Stack up the ramen, restock the ramen. Stack up the food. Stack up the corn, the canned meats. I mean, literally. I mean, the thing is for example, as a prepper, you can literally take and buy cases of gravy and use rice with it. Heck, I mean, that's what we did when we were poor and I was homeless in Australia on the streets. Rice and gravy, rice and teriyaki sauce, rice and soy sauce. I mean, you can literally live on this stuff, but a lot of people say, oh, how come? Oh, what do we got here? Yeah. What the fuck? This guy's getting worse by the damn day. Let me see what he says. Hmm. All right. Anywho, I'm just reading some news. You see, the more crappy news in the news world right there. So, anyways, so it's a beautiful day. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Chloe hasn't told me. Hmm. But anyways, I want to talk about prepping. Thoroughly prepping. Literally, we have to keep prepping. Yeah. I mean, literally, you can't just sit around. I mean, look. So here's what I tried to tell Chloe. Okay, this is what I told Chloe thoroughly the other day about prepping. I told Chloe, this is the time you don't play tiddlywinks or twiddle your feet or twiddle your thumbs, and you don't sit around and spend excess amounts of crap money on stuff you don't need. I mean, literally, let me just put it this way. Let me put it to you this way. I want to talk about something very important here about Chloe and myself and Zoe and others. Okay, give me a second. I got two. Good. I love it. I love it here. I love it. I love it. I love it. And when I'm here, I'm here. I am loving it. Yeah. All right, preppers. So Higgins emailed me again. I was in the office for a second. I have a couple things I need to check on. So please, Higgins says, pull your pants in. So apparently, yeah, that's good. All right, so let me just tell you guys a problem. Anyways, I need to go over to Google Voice real quick. I got to send a message out to my on a business thing. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So. I have a question for you. Okay, so I just sent the message. So let's talk about prepping for a minute. So let's talk about a couple problems we have. Okay. Now I don't talk about the problems within my own inner circle and walls. Okay, that's something I don't do. I usually keep it to myself. But since it's Sunday and I'm in a good mood, and I'm out of beer, by the way. Hey, Chloe, I'm out of beer. Go get me some. Just joking. Anyways, it's Sunday. It's not beer day, okay? Anyways, we really need to talk about prepping, okay? So basically, it goes like this, okay? Chloe turns around, all right? 7 years, always spending other people's money, stealing people's money, demanding other people pay for her, demanding this. When she gets $20 and someone says here or $100, like this one day in Seattle, she didn't want to part with her $100. She made me part with mine, all right? So the point being is, I got 3 APS problems here. I got APS for the old geezer on the boat. They're investigating him. They're blaming him, and his frick cronies are blaming me. Didn't do it, dude. Then I got APS basically investigating me because apparently he stole all my food, and they think I'm going hungry because the old geezer ate all my food. You see, am I going hungry, guys? I don't think so. So I got to deal with that, okay? Then apparently, because I have a problem at times, and I'll admit it, that loose lip sync ships. I was talking to a couple people about bringing Chloe back, or not Chloe back, Zoe back. Sorry, not Beth. Beth's in there playing. Okay, Zoe. Unfortunately, I love Zoe dearly. APS came in. I told Zoe. Zoe got cranky and said, "Oh well, it doesn't apply to me." Yeah, it does because you got APS threatening to put me in a group home because they think someone's trying to freeload off me. That's the problem. Either the manager, the family resource center, or some hobo called Boatman. That's what I call him, Catamaran Man. Literally reported that I was going to have someone stay with me. And all of a sudden, the dominoes or the tile of the ceiling falls on my head because I was like, okay. So that is, or the manager could have done it just to be an ass. No one knows. Okay. Now, problem is, I told myself I distanced myself from Zoe for a few weeks because we need some time to regroup because this is a problem that needs to be. Now, I've cooperated with APS, okay? Literally, thoroughly, it's not a problem. My problem is I don't see my phone here. This is my phone, by the way. My thing's on it. I guess it's because, jokingly, of course, that she never contacted me yet. Remember my phone blew up, so I threw my SIM card into this, and I didn't even know I could change SIM cards to a different flip phone until it was too late. That's the other thing. When I found that out, I was like, oh, I can do that. Higgins and I figured that out because these are track phones. You can literally, right, swap SIM cards. I got and so Your battery is low again. I mean, dude, this thing basically is really low, man. Let's see. Is there a charger plug here? Yeah, right there. Let's just plug it in. I think these are universal. Let's see. Now, so apparently the Nokia's battery is pretty crappy. As a prepper, you always want to have extra backup phones anyways. So $20 here, $20 there. I personally find, but, this one, I don't know anything about it. So, but as a prepper, you got to think about the story. So back to our story about prepping, okay? So, I got APS on my door because of fucking old geezer catamaran boy. APS on my door because of fucking catamaran boy and the food. APS on my door because of Zoe. APS on my door because of fucking Chloe or Beth. Yeah, and then there was a couple other instances too. And then, right when I'm like, okay, well, I'm fine. They're talking about group homes because apparently eating ramen's not beneficial in their opinion. Really? So I cut out my streaming services because it's getting too expensive. But living in a 2-bedroom is hard enough as is. Yet the APS lady says, well, you got a freeloader who's the electric bills. The electric bill is due, by the way. The electric bill is due, which, by the way, I haven't checked out my electric company because apparently I'm still waiting for my credits to hit. And so I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it, and I've been waiting for it, and yet they're like, oh yeah, on your next bill you'll have blah blah blah. Well, how come I don't have blah blah blah? Okay, no problem. Then you have I told them that it's expensive. And then you got, APS threatening me and Chloe a group home, right? And they're like, yes, group home. Yeah. And yeah, and so yeah, and then you have that done, and then you have more, and then you have more, and then you have more, right? Then Chloe turns around, and Chloe sit there, right? And APS is looking at Chloe, okay, for group home for another reason, okay. So the old man at the catamaran turns around and says, me and her can't manage funds. Oh, we can't buy this. We can't buy that. We got to be a group home. Really? So he wants us to go to a group home because he doesn't want to go there himself, apparently, or whatever. That's what I heard from the APS lady. I got the one lady off my back by basically telling her to leave me alone. But point is, look what she's doing, right? So we got everything going. I've been accused of stealing. Chloe's been accused of stealing. Apparently, his two handlers, friends, whatever we call them, as whatever. I think it's funny. Anyway, look at it, right? Yeah. So what happens? Well, apparently, they sit there and they turn around and they want to flag Chloe for group home because, Chloe can't manage her money. She steals from you, doesn't want to pay you back, makes fucking excuses, goes out and spends. Okay, let me just tell you, Chloe's got a spending problem, okay? My idea is to contain the spending problem, is to get her to prep and load up on prepping gear. Throw it in the storage room. Buy whatever you need until you get your own apartment. This would contain the fucking problem. And besides, what if, here's what happens. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about something important. It's very important. Why there's no movement. See, that's the thing. The APS lady was such. Well, can I just talk to you shit? Alright, let me talk on my fucking channel to make you a point here, asshole. That's your dictate, asshole. So, anyways, another trick in the bag is I called her an asshole because she's being a pain in the butt, okay? Basically, the thing is they want her in a group home because they don't think she can handle her life, literally. They don't think she can cook. They don't think she can clean. They don't think she can do things. I mean, The other day, someone asked me about the dishes piling up the other day, and they say, why are you always doing it? Because I have to get it done so I can make soup. Yeah. Fortunately, I can get it done quicker by just opening it up, putting stuff away in the dish sprayer. But Chloe said it's her job today. But apparently, let's just talk about this as a loving prepper, that they think that Chloe can't maintain anything. Oh, this bag needs to be taken out. Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. I got 2 bags going out anyway. So technically, you got Lazy McBones in there playing a game. Okay, that's fine and dandy. All right, it's Sunday. But thing is when she leaves, it's gonna take me 3 to 5 days to clean this fucking place up again because it is what it is. All right, and so the APS lady wants to fucking find out why she's here, how come she's here, how come she didn't have a plan, how come she threw away her sleeping accommodation, how come she did this, how come she did that, why didn't she do this, why did she do that? Now let me tell you, okay? The thing is Chloe's gonna have to want certain things. Chloe doesn't care, okay? $40 for a suitcase. You could spend fucking $100 buy a fucking 7 or 8 piece suitcase set on Amazon for $100. Keep suitcases on hand instead of going to Goodwill, for example. But point is, the APS lady's basically thinking, oh well, someone shouldn't manage their mucho dinero. Then you got these idiots trying to control Chloe's finances from fucking Seattle, literally. For example, they're angry that Chloe's financial banking statements is still up here. That was one thing that they were pissed about down at the homeless shelter. So what did they do? I'm sorry, we can't give you your driver's license because you're up there. So fuck you. Yeah. I mean, literally. And so Chloe's sitting there saying, well, what do? You don't do anything. Well, what do? You don't do anything. How come you don't do anything? Because I said so. Is it me or am I the only one that's farting like crazy? Yeah, sorry. Had to throw that in there for fun. No, truth is when it comes to prepping, you need to fucking think. I mean, think about it. I mean, I have said this time and time again. I mean, look, all these damn people. Yeah, here we go. So Chloe's Chili's currently disappeared from Fife. I think either it went to so it either is going to Aurora or Baltimore or Massachusetts. I don't know where it's going, but currently it's kind of interesting to see. So it says USPS is awaiting item. Well, maybe USPS stole the item, but it is also funny that that one of the packages we're looking for is disappeared. Yeah. So I'm going to need to get on Chloe's. Actually, I could do it from the phone here. I just love it. Actually, I got to calibrate the phone real quick. So let's calibrate the phone for a second because, well, I like playing with shiny stuff, as Higgins knows. All right. So let's just close this and then close this and close this. And then let's go over to, but not limited to this. We're going to set EM client up for Chloe. Shouldn't take too long. Just it'll auto program it for a phone. It says allow. And then it says add account. Okay, we're going to add account. We're going to do automatic setup. Error, please add an email. Okay, so Chloe's email is right here. And there we go. Next, an account name. Yeah. Create a PIN. Continue without encryption. We don't care. All right, so then it says, do you want to prove it? Yes, we do. Okay, continue. Yes, we do. I'm just setting this up for Chloe because of it. No, I just love how it does this. We just do everything we need. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Hasta la guy. And then Chloe can do whatever. It says, no, there's no messages to show in this view. Okay, so it says EM client has granted. Yes, I like EM client. So as a prepper, I'm using this so I can basically finish up. I'm going to set up Blue Mail real quick for her too. Right now, I need to go send this. I want to forward this to me because I need it for my records. So go forward to. Yes. There we go. Now let's go over to Blue Mail because that'll come to me in a second. So sign in with Google. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so let's talk about. Then it's going to say, oh, your server is done. Oh, by the way, has anyone ever seen that? Yeah, work. Okay, there we go. So, another, whatever. I don't care. Okay, can we just get this done? Okay, so, I've just set this up. Oh, yeah, and I was wondering, is there, yeah, okay. All right, so I set up everything for Chloe. Now I just need to. There's two things I want to check on. Okay, I want to check on, but not limited to, just to see something I was seeing the other day. I was just thinking about. Okay. Ah, here we go. All right. Sounds good. We'll just download that too. When you get that many downloads, you know it's pretty damn good. 5 million, 5 million, 1 million. Huh. Sounds good. Let's do this one. And this one. And this one. Yeah, that should be good. Yes. Let's Google that to see, is there any more, or did they delete the other 3? Because, if you're going to try something, you try this. As a prepper, one of the things you can always get into is these game things. Yeah, see, look at this. Yeah, see? So they got 4, 5. They got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Two, 3, 4. I guess the first one's not available. Oh, come on. 5. And then we'll do 6. There we go. I don't know where the first one is, but what the hell? It seems cool, right? This looks cool. Oh, yes. You see that? That is just really cool. Yep. All right. We better stop before we run out of stuff to do. All right. So, Chloe said this is mine anyway, so I'm just playing with it off and on. All right, preppers. So, let's get back to it. So, I can get out of here eventually before I lose my mind. Yeah, on shiny app games. Yeah, as a prepper, it's always good to play with those little app games from time to time. All right, so Hopper just texted me and indicated not getting enough of what he was agreed to. Haha, very funny, Higgins. Hopper is fine. For some of you guys wondering. All right, so I want to check this. There we go. Whatever, proceed. I know all about this, you stupid dumbass company. Okay. 10 updates. Let's see. Where is it now? It's in left Colorado? Did it? Yep, left Colorado this morning, so it's on its way to who knows where. Order from. All right, so let's just do this. And then I want to go over to USPS because I want to see if I can actually track this on my own because apparently, yeah, here we go. It says tracking. Here we go. Let's just see if this really comes up. Yep. You guys are wondering, I'm just trying to track Chloe's phone through my own computer because I'm getting tired because when she leaves, Here we go. Can we actually put this in as track and email updates? Yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want all emails. There we go. See, Chloe's like, oh, you need to. Yeah, I get it. I have read and understand the agreement. Get updates. Here we go. And then I would like to, yeah. Oh yeah, I want to add this to informed delivery. See, we can actually do that. See, add to informed delivery. Yes, see. So apparently it says add to informed delivery, but where's my adding it to my informed delivery? It's not telling me. I wonder if it's just I don't know what they're doing. Yeah. So apparently it's yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So informed delivery. Yeah, we tried doing that, but it won't do this. All right. So, anyways, as a prepper, this is another thing I'm doing. I'm just prepping. Okay, so Chloe, of course, yeah. So let's see what Higgins has to say in the other email. Okay, so anyway, so as a prepper, oh yeah, whatever. I'm not watching this because frankly I think these guys are assholes. So go ahead and watch it if you want, Higgins. I'm not wasting my time for conspiracy theorists when it comes to things being violated because frankly I don't care. Okay, I think it's all fucking malarkey to get it. Look, my vote's going to be told to you guys later, not now, not ever until after the election is over. Okay, then I'll tell you who I voted for. In the meantime, I'm not buying this bullshit, okay? I don't care if fucking SSI got fucking depleted for fucking whatever conspiracy. Let him believe that because frankly, we don't need SSI anyways. Get rid of all the government programs. Then we can have all these fucking free-loading hobos basically be on the streets. Yeah, why? Think about it. All these people are sitting there, oh, wait, I don't care. Okay, what I'm talking about right now is this is why we need to talk about the serious issues at hand. And I'm not going to talk about this, okay? Let me finish with Chloe, okay? So APS turns around, thinks Chloe and I can't handle funds, right? I got toilet paper, I got paper towels, I got laundry soap, dish soap, garbage bags, everything I need. Oh, well, and then I turn around and I tell Chloe, when you're prepping, you prep your life. Depends on it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, what, Central Time or something? I don't know what time it is, but maybe Higgins finally left. I mean, literally, I'm not going to waste my time watching something. Oh, no, he's got his chicken dinner he's doing. Go eat your chicken dinner, Higgins. I don't care about the soul scaredy crap. More conspiracy debunking. The guy's probably going to lose his channel for misinformation. Yep. So, anywho, let me just say I'm getting tired of this, okay? So, I see Chloe's in the bathroom for once. Great going, Chloe. So, anyways, I can manage most everything in Chloe's email on this phone when she's on her computer there. And I have to manage her phone. But let's just say, look, I don't give a shit about this crap. And what I care about is I don't care. There we go. So, yeah. So I guess I get to play with these things sooner or later. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about something important, okay? So Chloe sits there and she says, oh, well, I need, well, let's just delete this part because I don't want to see this crap in the email about Social Security. I really don't think it's all fucking conspiracy. I mean, literally, until the election's over, no more conspiracy crap. Yeah. So let me just tell you a couple things, okay? As a prepper, right now when you talk about prepping, not conspiracy, hey, thanks, Chloe. So, for example, when you sit there and you look at your preppers list, for me, mine's ramen, mac and cheese, and household supplies I need to restock, including but not limited to batteries, okay? Now, Chloe, on the other hand, could sit there and say, oh, well, I want candy. Go ahead and buy candy. I mean, literally, it's all going to your hips anyways. So my point is this. You got to prep properly. I mean, look, if you want little snacky bags of little chips to tie you over while you're in a homeless shelter, so be it. But the true kicker is, and Chloe doesn't realize this, is she's going to a homeless shelter, right? The homeless shelter, she should just sit down and park her ass for a minute, but she won't. She's just going to drop all the meds in here and yada, yada, yada. Look, no one cares about it. Let's see if this works, actually. I want to see this.
You don't care about your bathroom getting clean.
No, I said I didn't care about the stylus problem.
Here, take that. I gotta do dishes. I'll recook that. Go ahead. I'm not looking on what your phone. I don't care what.
I'm working on something real quick, my dear. Yes. What the hell, man? What the fuck is wrong with this? So apparently, this damn thing's broken. Figures. Better off fucking doing it on the fucking computer, man. So apparently, if you don't do it fast enough, you get screwed. Yeah, look. No. I want to fucking... Yeah, Chloe was telling me this was problematic the other day. Fucking piece of crap. Anyways. So here's the problem, okay? Yeah, you guys sit there and you're like, what the hell? Yeah, all right. So here's the deal, all right? So as a prepper, you got to ask yourself a couple problems, okay? And that is, how much are you willing to spend, okay? Now, between now and election day, you're going to see supplies going down fast and furious, which means you're not going to see much. Then, if there is a problem afterwards and the Army's got to be called out for whatever reason, our supply lines may be cut for a while, which means you better have your food prepared till January 20th. Now, worst case scenario is supply lines may be cut and things may happen, which means the country may just fall to a dictator, possibly. So every option is there to basically look at it from the point of view of what's going to happen. I mean, look, I'm saying this from love. We don't know what's going to happen. Why do I say that? Well, I'll tell you why. You see, when you're prepping, you don't think about anything but prepping. You save yourself from total annihilation or total chaotic behavior of the world. Best course of action? Oh, yeah, I was going to clean that and use it, actually. So the best course of action is to basically sit down, relax, and think about the future. And the future is bright if you basically put yourself through the future. Fortunately, as I said, the American people need to realize.
Oh my goodness. It's a strong smell.
The American people need to realize that as a prepper, how much are you willing to go through? Literally, how much are you really willing to sacrifice when you sit there and you say, oh, well, my kids need Christmas. And yet, there may not be another Christmas next year because some hillbilly hilljack decided he wanted a dictator, possibly. I mean, there's two sides of the coin. There's the coin where everyone wants a dictator, and then there's the other side that says that these people are going to be a dictator. I mean, literally, let me just say, the news is so damn confusing. No one damn knows what the hell is going on in the world. Yeah, and so it always begins. So, and that is because we as an Americans need to realize that Americans have a problem, which means in the love of God, you need to think about how much you're willing to prep. Now, another key prepping tool is, quote, unquote, is, and I quote, unquote, yet again, all right, so you guys are wondering, what am I doing? I'm prepping right now. See, I'm prepping this. Okay. Now, a lot of you have asked time and time again, how much do you spend? Well, right now, whatever you can afford, spend it on preps because it ain't going to get any easier. It's going to get worse. And that's where people sit there and think, oh, well, we're the crackpots. But then when shit does hit the fan, who's the one they're going to be fucking crying to? Us. Because we're the ones that prepped and prepped hard. I gotta sort those out again. I mean, think about it, preppers. What's going to happen to the world when you guys turn around and you don't have enough to eat? Literally. I mean, that is the truth in the pudding. Literally, how much are you willing to basically sacrifice your foods for whatever? I mean, think about it. We're at a point of our time frame where we could have civil war, we could have civil unrest, the army could be called out to mow down whoever and whatever. We're going to have a bloodbath, probably, possibly, which I don't like. And yet, at the same time, our food supply chains could be cut, and you guys are sitting around thinking I'm insane. And yet, when it does happen, what happens to you guys? Huh? What about Chloe? Huh? What if the homeless shelter turns around and says to everyone there, you can stay here, but there's no food? At least Chloe could sit there and say, well, I'm going to yada, 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 and I'm going to basically get my food. Plain and simple. That could happen. But you guys turn around and say, oh, well, it's not a good deal. Really. You know what else is not a good deal? I'll tell you what else is not a good deal. Yeah, and then listening to you guys make excuses. Yeah. That's the truth. Truth is, how much excuses are you going to do until hell freezes over, peeps?
All right. So you got a clean sink and a clean mirror.
Good. Thank you. You see, a lot of people out there, preppers, think that we preppers are lazy. We're not lazy. The problem is some people don't realize that right now is not the time to argue or to be combative when we're at the precipice of possibly losing the biggest election in history. And when I say democracy, I mean from both parties. I mean, I'm neutral. So when people sit there and say, oh, you must be a Harrisite. No, I'm not. Problem is I got to be neutral to keep my channel open. But at the same time, you guys got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to fucking stand up and do this? I mean, look, even Zoe told me once that these Hill Jackson, Ohio, are preparing civil war. Tells you right there what you need to know, people. I mean, literally, we're at the precipice. I mean, think about it. The American people, you got two sides of the coin here, okay? I'm always playing devil's advocate in the middle. You got one side claiming that there's going to be civil war if Donald Trump ain't president. Well, fine, bring it on. I'd like to see the bloodbath if every motherfucker mowed down because of it. Then you got the other side saying that Kamala Harris ain't going to be president, or they're going to try to steal the election. Then there's going to be a bloodbath. Again, I'd say bring it on. I'd like to see all the bloodbath and bodies stacked up. Then we can all say that you guys are all morons because basically what's at stake here is people's lives, okay? And if you sit there and say, oh, but you don't, look, I don't give a shit, okay? I've heard from Hill Jackson, Ohio, literally preparing to go to war, training with guns, ready to kill people just because They don't want fucking a man becoming a woman becoming a man, or fucking gay people, or, they want fucking black slaves again. I'm sorry, African-American slaves. And to me, this is downright completely, thoroughly wrong, okay? Yeah. I mean, we have a thing where you don't need to own slaves. So apparently, the white honkies, no offense to the word, like me, I'm a white honky. Apparently, my people think that the African Americans should be in chains because they shouldn't be making billions of dollars in stocks and bonds and sports. Yeah, let's just cut them and make them the white, I mean, look, Branch Rickey basically made it so African Americans can play in baseball. Now, they want to take that away again and segregate people. Segregation doesn't work. Never has, never will. Yeah. And yet, it doesn't work. Now, I'm going to say a couple more pieces in a second, but I got a couple other things to say, too. There we go. That is, now I'm going to say a couple things shortly. Just give me a second. You see? And that's all you guys need to do, preppers, right there. You see? Half the dishes are done, the other half will be done. You see? As a prepper, that is what needs to be done. A lot of people message me and they say in emails, how the hell does someone like Chloe have this many dishes? Well, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just basically the host here. I should try yoga. Why don't you try yoga, Higgins? And quit poking the bear. See, there he goes again with this. So here's the problem, okay? Problem is right now is not the time to argue with people over prepping. Prepping is if you have extra money, use it. Do not waste it foolishly right now on anything but prepping. I mean, when the shit hits the fan, you're going to be thankful you have food. Everything on the left side of the sink, I'll take care of as soon as the screen is done. You see?
I'm just going to sit here and listen.
Well, please do, all right? So, as a prepper, you need to realize that food's going to be scarce. I mean, think about it. Higgins says, oh, well, just stockpile. See, there she goes again. I'm just going to go, I'm going to use my computer instead because I don't want to listen to Rita. Good for you. See what I got to put up with? And then the APS lady thinks we both need group home. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not going to a group home. I'll be leaving the state if they do that.
Well, frankly, that's why there's issues. But the thing is they want us both in a group home because they don't think we can handle our affairs. Yeah, especially Chloe being autistic, which
they're not going to touch me, so I'm going to leave.
she's going to leave. Well, I'm going to make a statement here because I'm tired of her fucking outbursts. Take your medicine.
I'm just saying I'm not going to a group home.
I'm not saying that, okay? I'm saying something different, shithead. Sorry about that, people. So here's the deal. APS is pissed off, okay? Old man diverts everything, like I said, and says we can't manage our own affairs, but he can't, okay? Apparently. But he's literally doing things that we wouldn't even think about doing, people. Now, I'm going to be off camera for a minute because I need to change my underwear, but I do want to talk to you about prepping, okay? Now, as I told Chloe, you can't just sit there and allocate $300 and basically say it's enough. The food pricing is going through the roof. And two, soon there won't be any food around to get. If the way things are looking, you're going where? Why? Maybe you should just pack up and leave if we're just going to do this.
I gotta think of what to do. They sent me a letter that they want me in court for warding.
They can't ward you without your family. I told you, you shit. You don't even listen, do you? Now, if you want to go outside, feel free to.
Well, they could throw me in a group home anytime.
They can't. And that's the thing. They can't throw me in when they need family signing off on it. So that's the problem. But I'm trying to talk about it. If you're going outside, then go outside. No one needs to basically hold you back. I mean, literally.
Look, I just need fresh air. I've just been cleaning. That smell of chemicals.
Then I'm going to vent again.
And then when I get back in, I'm going to continue cleaning. How does that look so far?
I mean, your complaints. If you want to go outside, feel free to.
I wish we had a scrubber thingy. That would really come here for it to be tough.
Oh, yes, you see? A scrubber thingy, which we can order online next month. See? More purchasing. All right, so I need to check on a couple things anyways real quick. So, you see, she doesn't want to listen. That's the thing. She thinks that she's running this household. She ain't running shit because, frankly, since then, I mean, literally, it took her fucking 6 days to clean the bathroom. I want her out when I told her she needs to fucking go to the homeless shelter and stay there because that's what needs to be done. So, let me finish the discussion, okay? So, yes, I do have a crankiness because of it, but I have a reason to be cranky. It's because she's like, oh, well, you know, look, she thinks, here's the deal, okay? Let me just tell you a secret for all of you out there. She thinks that going to the homeless shelter on Tuesday, she can come back Friday. She could, but the problem is she's got to stay there. She can't just keep coming back and forth. That's the thing. She's doing this to keep Zoe from coming. Yeah, plain and simple. That's something that, I mean, think about it. Literally. I mean, she told her mom, and she told several people, she's doing this also to keep Zoe out. Managers like telling me that if we can't get a meeting soon, airfare is going to go through the roof. And then Zoe doesn't come. Well, apparently everyone's happy as hell about that. APS is like, you know, I'm distancing myself temporarily, but I'm trying to distance myself from her too, Chloe. Why? Because frankly, I mean, literally, think about it. Chloe comes here, my apartment starts to stink worse because Chloe doesn't realize that she's the stink. Manager said that herself. Problem is Chloe doesn't want to do it. You know, I told Chloe 20 times, you're visiting, here's some tools, fix a few things, do this. Took her fucking Took her 3.5 weeks to hammer out the nails just for the fucking cables. We got more cables to hammer in. And yet, then I said to her recently, well, what are we doing? Oh, well, think about it. Yeah. And yet, what is Chloe doing? Well, let's see. Chloe's sitting there and, Chloe's, yeah. So technically, Chloe's like, oh, my phone will be in. Your phone will be delivered when it's delivered. I mean, literally, she's all, let me put it this way. She's worried about food. Oh, I don't have enough to eat. Really? You bought 45 cans of chili. You're getting 30 chili cans replaced. 15 cans exploded. They're giving you a refund for 15 cans on a gift card. You can buy 4 cases of ramen with that refund. And you're sitting there thinking ramen's not tasty for you. Make up your mind. I mean, think about it. They're like, oh, I'm going to take your phone. Really? You take my phone. How am I supposed to call Zoe? Oh, Zoe is not good for you. Really? I mean, literally, Zoe asked me specifically a while ago if Chloe would get even somehow. Yeah, this is it right here. I'm trapped between APS because I think she did it again. Literally, I haven't talked to my friends yet over on the island here, the ones that investigate. But I'm being investigated because apparently I need a group home if I basically let Zoe in. Yeah, that's it, I think. And then she's like, I'm not going to a group home. Thing is, we know the family's got to help sign in. My family won't do it. My family watches my channel and laughs their ass off. I mean, look, I'm helping Chloe out. But thing is, Chloe's not what's that word? She's not appreciative. She's not appreciative. You sit there and you say, look, I got a new phone. Oh, yeah, well, until you got my new phone comes with a program it, I'm taking your phone. Which, by the way, the UMA's not working properly. Half the time it doesn't want to ring, and then half the time I got to use Google Voice through this because my Google Voice is basically like wonky. Half the time I can't even get it to work. And then the other half the time, well, yeah, secretly. Then, she's like, well, you can have this one because your phone was destroyed. Yeah. So that, and then, I got a message from TrackPhone. Oh, we're checking your phone records. Apparently your SIM card's in a different phone because it's picking up data that's using data and data that's I'm not supposed to be having because I only have the $15 plan. Wow. And then the government gives me 5 gigs a month. And my 5 gigs roll over every month for 4 years. So I got 400 or 500 gigs stacked up that I'm not using. Chloe's like, oh, well, in that case, I'm just gonna. And then she says, oh, I'll have a bill. I'll just upgrade my phone service for unlimited. Really? I mean, literally, that's cool. You see, Chloe turns around, right? She's got all this crappy problems. And yet, Chloe turns and says, yeah. Now, I'm not trying to complain or gripe, but prepping is something that's very important to me during the pandemic. Yeah, and now. And then I'm dealing with other crap, okay? Now, when it comes to prepping, you need to prep like you have a pair, not to sit around and jump around all the time saying you're going to spend 500, 1,000, 200, 100, 300. I mean, look, I've talked to Higgins on a couple things. Higgins is better be working on earning his gift card for the things because I've already done radio reviews, watched radio reviews last night in between working on a computer problem. And then I watched other reviews and DVD players and Blu-ray players, and I got the grasp of the little portable TV. Looks good. The problem as a prepper is you need to prep now. That's the thing. People sit there and say, well, I mean, look, I went through the preppers list yesterday. Do I need to go through the preppers list again? No. However, I will send you guys the preppers list in the live chat because, well, the preppers list should be given to you guys daily. You can also find it on my About Me on Google. But anyways, I wanted to send some information on to Higgins. I'm going to probably watch some reviews sooner or later. Fortunately, I want to talk about other issues. Yeah. And that is, and something else is, is this the one that I think, or is this a different one? Oh, yeah, that's that other one. They're like, oh, yeah, 5 left. Yeah, 5 left because they can't. Yeah. I may take a chance on that just because I want to see what it is. Anyways, this is on my Christmas list. Yeah, it goes basic. All right, so bare bone prepper list. Here it is. I'm going to give it to you guys again. So, basically, the thing is, when you look at the freaking bare bone preppers list, you're literally basically prepping for your life. That's it. You're prepping for your life. Now, Chloe, of course, needs to realize that if she's going to basically sit around and say, oh, well, I don't know, that's when. Now, there's a few items that I do want to talk about, and that is, yeah. So, for example, the preppers list, a lot of people are asking about stoves and tents, and that's where bug out crap. Mostly you could just, I mean, a lot of this stuff is basic. I mean, unless you need everything on the preppers list, you mostly have a lot of this stuff already at home. So, and what you don't have, you just add to your kit monthly during the trials and tribulations. Now, a lot of you are like, oh, what about stoves? What about propane stoves? What about... Depends on what the manager says or does. I mean, literally. I mean, depends on how much you want, how much you're going to get. I mean, literally, yeah. So, anyways, I'm just looking for the main preppers list. Here it is. And so a lot of you peeps are like, oh, well, what do you do with, well, so basically the preppers list is a preppers list that you have to have for, these are just ideas and stuff that my moderating and team put together with my help. And they gave me suggestions. They get a lot of it. But thing is, how much are you willing to sacrifice? I mean, literally, think about it. And that is where we get to the next point. Point is while we're prepping, those bananas look really good. Maybe I'll grab one. So Chloe's up walking around because she's upset again because she's basically worried about being homeless. Yeah, so today's Sunday, so I want to see if they're going to answer the phone eventually. Chloe's trying this. Yeah. Well, they don't want to answer. Chloe's all panicked. All right, I'll try again. You can't give up. Chloe gives up too easy. Yeah. This is really good. Love bananas. Bananas! All right. So, there we go. So, as you guys know, I love all of you. Not bad banana. Tasty. That, as a prepper, you need to prep like your life depends on it because in the end, what happens? Yeah. You get nowhere in life. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I'm just checking on a couple things. As Higgins said last night, Baofeng, and then he laughed about it. Yeah, laugh all you want, Higgins. I'm looking at a few Baofangs just because they're pretty damn dirt cheap, depending on it. But a lot of people like their little crappy Baofangs Apparently, there was a thing where I was watching this thing on TV the other day. It was talking about um, it had to do with you ready for this? Baofangs, right? You guys could sit there and say, yeah, and anyways, it was like the January 6th invasion of the Capitol. All these peon dumbasses that I call assholes, they were all with Baofangs. I mean, literally, it was like, dude, you guys are assholes, dumb shits, dipshits. I mean, literally, I saw that. And literally, and now people are like, oh, well, we need to protect our country. We need to take it back. I don't want to hear that crap because, frankly, look what happened with these freaking dumbasses. A lot of them got jailed, and then you had Higgins like, oh, they're patriots. Really? How about you kiss my rosy red ass, too? Because I don't believe they're patriots. What I believe in is treason, and that's because, we had, I mean, literally, I mean, the thing is now we're at the point where we have to fight for our here we go. Look at this Christmas bow fangs. Yeah, look at this 2-piece plus antennas. Oh yeah, an antenna and cable. Yeah, see, I mean these look pretty damn good for yeah, 100 people bought this. Yeah, see, yeah, that would be something right there. And then you got these ones that look pretty good too for the price. And then this one looks pretty damn cool. And then this one looks pretty damn cool with the extended batteries. I think these are cool for this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah. Anyways, then you got yeah. And at least these ones are ham radios. They're like ham radios. Higgins got a pair, but apparently they didn't. He got angry apparently because they weren't gonna. What was it? Something went wrong with his radio. He went to get a warranty. And they're like, "Fuck you." He's like, "Well, fuck you," and they're like, "Fuck you." And then he's like, "Fine, I ain't gonna buy you guys again." So I got stuck with something else. And then he got these one radios, and then he complained about how they were open box. He got a second set. So in the end, he got like 4 radios he doesn't really need. And I'm like, dude, problem is you don't need the radios. Yeah, same. But anyway, that's just my opinion because frankly, but then again, people say, well, Rita, you have a radio. Yes, I have my own radio, but there's a Baofeng. I don't know what these ones. These are high powered, yeah. Oh, yes, good old high power radios. They're pretty cheap, but the question is, oh, yeah, there's the extended batteries right there. Yeah, that's the thing. They're giving the extendo batteries. That's, yeah, and I wouldn't trust the extendo batteries. Yeah, Higgins is like, oh, well, it's not shipped and sold by Amazon. Well, this one is, but thing is, I'm still laughing my ass off because look at these, the extendo stuff. I mean, literally, extendo antennas, extended this. I mean, yeah. I mean, literally, you can buy a 4-pack right here, but still, who the hell would want to? Oh, those are GMRS. Oh yeah, I like that. Those look pretty cool. Is that with the extendo batteries? Yeah, those are the extendo batteries. Cool. So it comes with the extendo batteries. I like that, man. That's cool. Okay, so, but yeah, I mean, GMRS radios are good. I mean, if you're a prepper, you can always get a couple prepping radios. But Chloe, of course, she's outside too damn long because, well, yeah, but anyways, these are ham radios. These are ham radios. You don't need 6 ham radios. You don't need 8 ham radios either. And you don't need 6 ham radios. Yeah, they're ham radios. See, ham radios. Now, Murr's not bad if you can get a hold of Murr radios. That's why I was talking to Higgins a while ago about Retravis. I think it's called Retravis or Retrievus. But as a prepper, you need to literally basically know what you're doing when it comes to these radios, too. I mean, some of them are good, some of them are crappy. I mean, for me, well, there's a 3-pack, but those are ham radios. Yeah, they're like ham radios. You want ham radios? This is not bad if you want to pay. The Retrievus is the same as the Baofangs. They just renamed it, called it Retrievus for. Here's Murs. Here's Murs again. I was actually looking for a specific Mur radio the other day. And someone said to me, well, does MERS work? Yeah, if you get crystal clear thingy, but problem is wherever you go, unless you have obstructions, they're going to give you a lot of trouble. Yeah. I mean, literally, someone said to me, well, how much can you buy? Or what would you buy, Here it is. The Retivus two-way walkie-talkie long range. These are a handheld, so it says ham radios for hunting. I'm sorry, but if you're basically doing ham radios for hunting, there's a problem. So now MERS, on the other hand, you can have. But again, the problem with MER radios is they're 5 channels and you license free. Yeah, so for example, I've always wanted to get a pair to play with the MERS, but the thing is when you look at all these radios, you're thinking which one would be good. The thing is, it depends on if it's GMRS or ham. Ham's something you don't want to play with because you can get in trouble. Now, these GMRS radios look good. Now, it depends on how far you can go. GMRS can be good if you hit repeaters and so forth. So, but it is what it is, right? So, but as a prepper, you got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to prep, and what are you willing to prep? Now, I can go on and on and on, but food supply chains are going to get out of hand. Now, you see these preppers, they're saying, "I'll get a radio, it doesn't matter." Problem is there's people out there in the world that prep all the time. All right, there is. Fortunately, the American people need to realize that yeah. So, anyways, like I said, I was checking prepping tools, and yet a lot of you guys are sitting there, and Chloe's apparently tonight we may be able to check on if there's any mail tomorrow, because Chloe's like, I need my state ID. Really? That's great to know. I need my state ID too. Actually, the funny part about Chloe is it comes when it comes. So Chloe has to realize that it will be here when it gets here, and that's the thing. You can't just rush things. Fortunately, she's going to be running out of ID until the running out of ID, but she's got backup anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, they say it ends the 12th. It's already the 13th. Tomorrow's the 14th, and then we go into another week, which means we got 16 days of payday, which every day gets us closer to payday. But Higgins says, oh, well, and so one of the things I wanted to share with you guys as I was browsing, my browsing history is getting pretty damn full because I'm looking at prepping stuff for Chloe, is I was talking to Higgins last night about 2 items. He didn't answer. That's the thing. Mr. Higgins did not answer. Mr. Higgins didn't answer at all. He's just like, oh, yeah, So let's just tackle this now. So as a prepper, we were looking at long range world band radio. Now, a lot of people say, what the fuck do you need a short whatever radio? Okay, I'll tell you why. Okay, and then someone says, well, why do you need a portable DVD player? Well, I'll get to that too in a second. So portable DVD player is used because for, but not limited to, power outages where you can just pop in a movie and watch it. Yeah. So a lot of you guys are sitting there saying, oh, well, what next? Well, yeah. So let me just tell you that as is. Okay. So for example, there's a 13-inch TV and a 16-inch TV. 13 and 16. 16-inch is not shipped and sold by Amazon at all, but you can always check to see this guy's you can always check to see his rating. This guy's rating is 89%, so I trust him. Yeah, Higgins would be like, oh, but not chipped as well. I don't care. You see, it depends on how big you need. You want a 15-inch or a 16-inch or a 13-inch. See, Higgins doesn't get to make the decision because old Higbobs doesn't tell us which one's good. I had to go and look it up, and it looks pretty damn good. Now, shipped and sold by Amazon. We're talking about the radio, and it's so a lot of people sit there and they say, well, a lot of people say, well, this thing takes a lot of batteries. Yes, maybe, but at least the batteries are good. It's shipped and sold by Amazon, so you get a big one, take big batteries, no problem. This one is a small one, and yeah, and a lot of people sit there and they say, well, how come it's so expensive? Well, it's shipped and sold by Amazon, but it's a world band radio you can take with you. I mean, literally, Chloe buys one of those. She can put it in her backpack and keep it with her just for music reasons. I mean, literally. I mean, how many people out there? Yeah, I mean, you can buy whatever. You don't have to buy one. I mean, so for example, some people complain about, oh, well, this looks good or this looks bad or, this looks crappy or, like, uh, this item here, it's like $90. And people say it's $90. Well, it's a world band radio, right? And short band. So you can scan it until it comes up and find something. But at the same time, $90, not bad. Good little present, right? Now you can go and spend more money. You can go buy something like that, and and pay a boatload of money, and then hope like hell it works. I mean, no one literally knows how much it is. I mean, or etc. Then you got these large ones. This one takes like a big block of batteries. Yeah, 4D batteries. So you don't see many things nowadays taking that much batteries, but it works, right? So you get the external antenna. You get an antenna that pops up, I think, and then you can listen to. You tune it, and yeah, you tune it. So basically, it's got a 2 meter ham thing here, but most people use 2 meters onwards. So, like this one, I did a review last night, sent this to Higgins. Runs on AA batteries, and people say, oh well, and it's $191. Well, guess what? It works. It just depends on how much. And these are small. That's thing. Someone said they're tiny. Well, they're travel size radios. What do you expect for a whopping $180 to $190? That's the thing. People say, oh, well, what about, yeah. And I'm like, dude, no one cares. Yeah, that's what I said. No one cares. And yet, someone cares because they're always complaining about that. I, for one, think, you know what? Do not complain. That is what I was saying to someone earlier, is don't complain because what are you going to get out of it? You're just complaining, right? So, yeah. Chloe, of course, she's disappeared yet again. Moppy's wondering where she is. Yeah, he's by the door saying, where's Mommy Chloe? Yeah, see? See, I got to go out soon anyway, take Moppy out because I got a phone call coming in at about 7. But my point is when it comes to prepping, yeah, I mean, these radios would come in handy, but you got to ask yourself, are you really going to be in tune with the radio? I would. I mean, take a couple batteries, plop it in there. You have a little radio to listen for 80, 90 hours, swap out the batteries, you're good to go. I mean, think about it. How much more do you need? I mean, literally. I mean, the radio would be more useful than a phone, plain and simple. But then again, it is what it is. So, Chloe, on the other hand, of course, I don't know where Chloe went, you know. So, but yeah. So she, of course, is in panic mode. I do need to make a quick phone call. Need to find out something. So give me 1 second. So apparently, let me tell you a few things that makes me feel weird. Okay, really weird. Okay, really weird. Let me tell you a story about how I feel weird. Okay. Now, this is cool if you have it as a tablet. Okay, really cool, right? It's got the little pin. You know, it's all cool, right? Putting it to my ear doesn't feel like a phone, man. It feels like something else. Now, maybe I'm just getting to the point in my life where I'm just too damn old and Zoe's laughing her ass off, going, there goes Rita again, laughing her my ass off. Mm-hmm. But honestly, that's how I feel. I mean, I feel like, you know, people sit there and they say, well, what do you think the definition of a phone is? Phone. Hi, how are you today? Yeah, that's great. Mm-hmm, cool. Bye-bye. This doesn't feel like a phone. This feels like, I don't know what it feels like. Yeah. Anyways, I bet Chloe's or Zoe's. You know, the thing is, this phone's not going to be returning to me until fucking Friday. So, no, I might even need to make a phone call on Chloe's new phone and then delete the call log on her phone and talk to Zoe that way for a while I program Chloe's phone because I guess I got to do, yeah. So, fortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, it's what it is. Now, I need to get Moppy out and I need to check on Chloe because I don't know what's wrong with Chloe right now. So, but my thing is I need to get Chloe. And there's not much to talk about, but food pricing is going through the roof. We need to prep, but we also need to have people think about. Oh, there she is. I was just gonna go send the search party out for you. What happened? Why'd you take too long?
It was nice out there.
Yeah, well, I tried doing a favor, and yet she's just unappreciative little shit's what she is. Tried calling, you know what, and they basically didn't answer again.
Base camp.
Yep.
Figures.
Yeah. So, anywho, so my point is like I said, this kind of makes me feel pretty weird. Is it really nice out there? Should I take Moppy out again?
Yeah. I encourage you to.
Yeah, what if she encouraged? Glued to her phone or her computer again?
I'll go out with you.
Anyways, my thing is I like to go outside preppers and I like to focus on thinking. I mean, think about it. Chloe turns around, right? We got almost all the dishes ready to go. And tonight's dinner, I got to get started in a couple hours. Anyway, then we got movie time too tonight. Chloe and I didn't get a movie in last night. Well, here's what happens with Chloe, okay? I got to tell you, Chloe's a dipshit when it comes to certain things, okay? I love her dearly. Don't quote me on that, but a little Miss Moo Moo over there, she turned around, joking, of course, She fell asleep, right? And then I kept poking her with the stick, going, hey, and she's like, I was poking her like this. She's like, I was like, hey, Moo Moo. She's like, what? I'm like, Moo. She's like, what? Go to sleep in your room. Took her like 4 hours to get her out of my bed to fucking go to her cot. And then she says, my cot's the most comfortable cot, better than the bed. What's wrong with my bed? It's a mattress. Is there something wrong with my mattress?
I want to check township unless you're using this.
Well, I'm not using it. I just basically, see, I tell you guys. I mean, literally, it's supposed to be my phone, and yet she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take it because of whatever."
I can't wait till I get mine.
Yeah, well, that's
all
next
all
week.
I need when I go to base camp is that radio. That's all I'm gonna need.
Why? You're gonna need a phone just in case.
Just in case, just in case shit hits the fan.
Negative. Just in case you need to make phone calls between Tuesday and Friday. I mean, look, let me tell you a plan, okay? Here's the problem with Chloe, okay? I'm gonna be blunt with you guys, okay? Chloe's supposed to be, okay? Here's what happened, okay? And the manager emailed me, okay? I'll tell you how the manager thinks. Manager thinks Chloe's doing a block and tackle. She's literally blocking Zoe from coming and then tackling Zoe. And that is why the manager thinks she's being investigated for APS, because the manager thinks what Chloe called APS. Now, we're not going to get into the details there, okay? But here's the problem with Chloe, okay? Manager had a plan, all right? Chloe is supposed to be, I mean, look, the manager, here's what happened, okay? Here's what truly happened, okay? I'm going to have this coffee and then I'm leaving, okay? Because I need to go outside. Chloe needs that, and I'm going to play my game soon, okay? But I want to tell you something with sincere heart, okay? Because that's what I am. I'm a sincere person. So, Tweedledum over there, belting up. Did you? Oh, this is your. Did you? Did you get your thingamabob too? By the way.
Yeah, I did.
No. So this stuff is.
That stuff's yours.
Wow! Look at this. This stuff's been around a while. It was filled in 2018.
2018.
Still good, by the way. Medicine doesn't expire. Higgins always says that. Anyways, I'm going to take some pills. But here's the problem I have, people. Okay, I love you guys dearly. Oh, yeah, it's this thing? Oh, no, that's the special medicine. This is the... Huh. When was this filled? So I guess... All right, peeps. So I want to finish this so I can go walk mopping again, okay? Because I love all of you. So it goes like this. There's two things on my mind, okay? One is I'm going to be prepping as much as possible, okay? I don't care about the holidays, okay? What we need to prep is prep for our life, okay? We between now and election day, okay? So when we get paid, this is my plan, okay? Chloe's like, oh, well, I can't spend but $100. See, I'm making fun of Chloe right now. Look, you don't flip-flop. This is their fucking life right now. Your life, I'm telling you guys this so she can listen because she's sitting there. Your life is important, people. If Chloe sits there, let me tell you this, okay? If I prep, okay, Chloe sits there. You know what happened? I'll tell you a story that really pissed me off, okay? And that pisses me off, too, because she needs to curve her tongue when it triggers. I don't want to hear it. Not on my channel. Now, here's the deal. When we were having the pandemic, and that's the word I'm using, I bought a shit ton of ramen, beans, and stuff. So, you want to know what happened? Chloe, of course, after a long while, I think it's still in here. Is it in here?
It is.
Oh, negative. Actually, I ate them all. Yes, I ate them all. Yeah, amen to that. I ate all the food that Chloe refused to eat that she bought. Beans, ramen, macaroni and cheese. She doesn't touch mac and cheese. Beans, ramen, chili. What happened? Well, I'm tired of eating that, Rita. I want to eat hamburger. And look what happened. I had to live off everything, and I didn't complain when I sat there and said, oh, blessed are these beans that Chloe left me behind because she won't touch them. Meanwhile, Chloe's like, oh, I can't eat any of that. That's the problem with Chloe is Chloe is not thinking. I mean, look, there's a guy I respect. His name's Dick Prenicky. And I'm giving her the bird. And Dick Prenicky says, food is food. It's fuel. You can't get past the fact that I sit there and I say, oh, now once in a while as Chloe sees me, I sit there and I say, well, I don't want to eat that because, well, I've had it 9 times out of 10. So then I'll think of some idea. Like the other day, I was thinking of an idea, right? I was doing a prepping idea the other day. And this is something I want to share with you guys, something I thought was cool. So I took a can of this. Let's see, is there a pull top somewhere? No, there is no pull top. It's all good, right? Yeah, it's all good. So there's a pull top somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So you get a pull top on these, right? These are the oh, that one got a pull top? Cool. Does this one have a pull top? No. So some of these have pull tops, some of them don't. But anyway, let me just tell you the story, okay? So I took a can of this, popped the can open as a protein experiment. See?
Listening.
And then I popped the thingy. What did I do with this? Spaghetti sauce. Cooked it all in spaghetti sauce. I'm telling you, you got yourself a cheap chicken parmigiana without even needing much because you just throw this in tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce. So as a prepper, you can do that. I mean, as a prepper, some people say, well, what do you do with that canned chicken? It's so bland. Well, let me tell you what you do with canned chicken. Hell, you can do this with Spam too, as long as you do. You cut your Spam up, throw it in your spaghetti sauce as it's cooking. Spam and spaghetti sauce. Now, Chloe needs to realize, and the rest of you need to realize, food is a fuel. That's it. And so, technically, it is a fuel. Now, for some of you out there wondering, well, what does a person buy for prepping? Well, let me tell you. A prepper who basically sits there and says, well, I'm a prepper, I need a boot knife. You don't need a sheath boot knife. All you need is something like this, right? Now, I told Chloe, would you buy one of these? Oh, yeah, I would. Well, that's funny because in my opinion, if you're prepping with me, why would you want to waste money when there's 3 or 4 of these laying around the house anyways? You just grab one of mine and use it as needed. Yeah, and I always keep my blades clean. This one here, I need to clean it and wash it up again because I've been using it to cut cardboard, and I resharpen it every week. So this one, same thing. Now, this one here, I need to buy a new replacement. Because this one here, the scissors are giving me trouble. I think it's the scissors. Those are the pliers. Yeah, it's the pliers, see? Pliers. Anyways, pliers are there, but scissors, yeah, see? So, as a tool, this is what you use, right? Leatherman, I was going to buy a Leatherman recently, but I got kicked out of the shop that sold the Leatherman, so I said, fuck you. Yeah, but anywho. Here's the deal, okay? As a prepper, you need to think right now about what's going to happen. I mean, look, Chloe sits there and she says, oh, all I need, this is Chloe, all I need is $300 in stuff every month. $300 by the time payday comes is going to look like $600 because pricing's going up like crazy. People are sucking up everything. I mean, literally. One of the things that Zoe loved me the most, and Chloe doesn't understand this, is my numbers abilities of keeping tabs on it. I mean, this was me this morning. All right, so anyways, good morning. How are you? I'm like drinking coffee. I'm looking up the numbers. It's like Let me put it this way. I want to explain something to you. I know Chloe's sitting there with her ears shut off. Ears shut off.
They're on.
Anyway, she has selective hearing, just like Zoe. But anyways, let me just make a joke here, okay? I love Zoe and I love Beth here. That's so we don't get confused. People are always getting confused. Beth here. So the problem with Beth here is this, okay? That selective hearing. Oh, wait, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Sorry, Chloe. Beth. Anyways, it goes like this. So Beth has got a problem, okay? Thing is, Beth sits there and says, oh, what are you doing? I'm sitting here like this in the mornings, right? This is what I'm doing. Like last night. You know what I was doing last night? I tell you last night. Chloe, Beth owes me a fucking steak dinner for what I had to do. Last night was fucking brutal. She actually owes me a case of beer, some beer. She had promised me. She hasn't delivered yet. I had to buy my own beer. Same. But anyways, let's just cut that BS for a second. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. So last night I went through everything she wants to buy at Costco. $2,500. Okay, I went through the Costco list earlier with you guys. We're already 3 hours in. Okay, you know what happened? I told Chloe outright I'd buy shampoo, conditioner, body wash, bar soap, dish soap, toilet paper, paper towels. Candy? To me, candy's a luxury item. Now, but so is potato chips to a point. I mean, how many things of chips do you need? Do you need 150 little baggies of chips? You could take them with you, but the thing is you got to plan ahead. So that's why I'm trying to teach Chloe to be practical. Now, you guys sit there and you say, but Rita, you aren't practical. I am. Now, I want to tell you a couple other things. I actually got to shop for something on Amazon real quick because, well, I want to look for something real quick. Yeah, that's right. So, as you know, I'm looking for chips and El Salsa. Now, I want to share. Remember what I said. Okay, here we go. So we got there's a pack of one. There you go. You see. So a lot of people sit there and they say, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm looking at this. Well, how come you're looking at it? Because I can. Now, a lot of you have been asking me literally what the hell I'm thinking. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay. One of the things that I love as a snack is chips and salsa. Now, if you can get a hold of a giant jug of salsa, you're basically freaking golden. But apparently, you know, you have to get the tortilla chips and the. See, I'm this close to booting her just because of the triggers alone. Okay. Now, I want to talk about salsa for a minute. Yeah, you see. So, and tortilla chips. That's right. Tortilla chips. Tortilla. Tortilla. There you go. Tortilla chips. Yeah. See? And then they don't sell tortilla. Oh, yeah, they do right here. See, white corn and blue corn. White the corn, blue a corn. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I'd like to talk to you. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. 6 bags of tortilla chips. Yeah. All right. So, a lot of you guys sit there and you look at me and you're like, what the hell? There's 9 bags right there, but that's a lot of moolah and mucho dinero. Mucho dinero. Mucho dinero. Mucho dinero. Que pasa? Yo, corn tortilla chips. Que pasa? All right. Can we just quit being a smart ass for a second? Okay, and be real here. Now, as you all know, I do love my tortilla chips. Here we go. Let's see. Cheese. Here we go. Look at this. Medium flavored cheese. You get half a gallon of salsa. You see, I'd love just to sit there and eat the damn thing. Organic, thick and chunky. Thick and chunky, medium. Now, La Victoria. Pace. Pick up the pace. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see. Thick and chunky, mild. This is Suprema tortilla chips. Here we go. And that goes into my thingy for later. Now, a lot of you guys have been saying, okay, well, that I'll tell you what. I do like smoky chipotle. I like Southwest salsa. So if you can get a hold of Southwest de Salsa, you're doing good. This is all natural. This is fresh hearty restaurant style. This is all natural black beans. This is Southwest bean salsa. Yes, you see, thick and child. Yeah, see, when you're looking for the right stuff, roasted verde salsa con queso salsa. I didn't know Base made their own. Organic salsa con queso. I'll try that. Actually, that's organic, so it's a little more money than I want to spend. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Chipotle salsa. Chipotle. I love Chipotle salsa, man. That's why I told Chloe one of your prepping tools is to buy more. And that is something you guys should think about because as a prepper, you need to literally think about food, right? Now, let's get back to this. I told you I want to finish my coffee and get Moppy out. Chloe wants to go out for a little walk, and she probably wants me to clear my head after 3 hours and 16 minutes doing this video. Okay, so here we go. So as a prepper, you got to think about two things. Cost of living, which for Chloe doesn't mean jack shit because she's got a roof over her head in a homeless shelter and free money. So actually, let's talk about something very important. As a prepper, this is the time you need to stockpile, okay? So when payday comes, we got to place orders, okay? We can't just sit there and dawdle and say, okay, I need a new computer and I need a new VCR and I need this. Oh, well, do they even make VCRs anymore? I don't know. Megan's? I guess that one over one ear and out the other. Chloe with the joke about what? VCRs. See, I was making a joke here.
Make them anymore.
How about beta? Do they make beta or hi-fi? No? 8 tracks? Me and Teddy were just talking about 8 tracks. Do you even know what an 8 track is?
Yes.
All right. So, jokingly aside, let's talk about seriousness here, okay? Now, as a prepper, this is not the time to argue about your supplies, okay? This is time that you suck everything up because what if there's a civil war, civil unrest, problems happen, and Chloe goes and says, oh, I went to the 7-Eleven and they said a sign on the door, okay, hypothetically. No hot dogs, no food. Because everyone rushed out to every little store. I mean, look, we're on an island. If there was a panic problem, the island would be stripped within freaking 45 minutes to an hour. And by the time the catamaran owners' friends got to Wally World, Safeway, or Costco, Walmart, in Bellingham or Burlington, Chloe's listening, I hope, they'd be stripped too. By the time that they freaking got there, the place would be stripped. This is why you have to prep. Because we have a problem coming up and we have to prepare for it. Yeah. What do you guys think? Chloe, got anything to say?
Not much.
No. So you don't think you think I'm insane?
You're not insane.
Now you guys are sitting there thinking, oh, what is Rita now doing? Rita is looking for something as a prepping tool. Yeah. There we go. So let's see here. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. You see, when you're buying something or shopping for something, people, you need to ask yourself a couple questions. That is, do you have a use for it? And what purpose would you have a use for it? Yeah, I'm looking for something right now. And if you can, if everything works out properly. And then you can sit there and say, well, I tried doing this or that, but thing is you got to look at it from a point of view is how much are you willing to invest in? Yeah. Because in this day and age, the tools I'm looking at for prepping is the tools that is for prepping. Fortunately, a lot of you people don't think that. You just sit there and think, oh, well, we don't need this really. And then you're screwed. So I'm looking at prepping. A lot of you preppers out there need to think about prepping. There we go. There we go. See, I found what I was looking for. So basically, when you start looking at things, then you can realize what you're looking for, and then you can find it quickly on Amazon if they sell it. And then you sit there and say, okay, now. And that's what I'm looking at right now because there's a couple things I'm looking for. All right, so let's see here. That reminds me, that's the thing I want to know is how much are they, do they even show you where they're made? Oh, all right, cool. All right, so anywho, when you start looking at all the pictures here, you can basically realize what you're looking for and go from there. And then you're set. So, as a prepper, you just need to prep like your life depends on it because people, it ain't going to get any easier. I don't like saying that, but it's true. So, yeah. So, anyways, so let me finish up here so I can go outside. But like I said, you got to basically look at all your tools available to you as a prepper. You got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to spend? How much are you willing to buy? How much are you willing to think? You're going to sit there and be frugal. Well, guess what? Let me put it this way. There's son of a bitches out there like the Higgins. Ha ha ha. I get to make fun of him for once. Who thinks a new computer is more important right now than fucking prepping? Well, I'm putting my foot down and saying prepping is more important because right now we are at a precipice that could be civil war. Frankly, if Higgins has no food and he rots and dies in his basement because he didn't think properly, see, I'm poking fun at him for one, then it ain't my problem. No, my problem is myself, okay? My problem is Chloe and my problem is Zoe, all right? Well, that's my family. My family, Dinky and Corey too. But Dinky and Corey, if they're not prepping, well, that's their problems. If they go hungry, then they go hungry. But the truth is in the pudding. So I'm going to go use the toilet real quick, but I want to say to all of you people today, out of love, think about it. Are you going to prep now? I keep telling Chloe, this is what I keep telling Chloe, and I want to tell you all this. See, he claims the toilet malfunction. Now, the only problem Higgins has is he's got a problem. See, you're retracting it now. Yeah, they got something to say. All right, preppers. Let me finish this up. I need to change my pants real quick, too, while we're here. Because I'm in a mood to talk to you, by the way. As soon as I get Moppy walked and taken care of, I got to have Chloe help me tidy the kitchen table up again. Finish cleaning, get the office tidy. We're on a tight schedule till Tuesday, so she wants to come back here. She's going to pull her own weight. Which now we're going to talk about something that's important about prepping that I need to finish up. That is, besides me wearing my pants now, which is funny. Chloe did all my laundry, God bless her. But guess what Chloe did? Chloe forgot to wash these. Yeah. So now I got to go find me another pair of pants that matches. Yeah, there goes my message retract. What the hell? I go and change my pants. Oh, good. Thank God. There's there's one again. Okay. So anyways, let me just basically say it this way, okay? Now, as a prepper, what the hell? Oh, okay. As a prepper, people like Chloe thinks buying the minimal will get you through. I want to tell you something that's very important, okay, during this trial and tribulation, okay? This could be revelation.
I'm listening.
In one ear and out the other, selector. It could be revelation we're dealing with. But let's just say for the sake of the argument, it isn't. But there may be civil war or some problems where, issues happen that people need to realize there is things. I mean, look, the thing is Chloe and I put together an emergency plan, okay? Zoe was supposed to be coming out. We'll get to Zoe next time, okay? Fortunately, here's the problem, okay? And I'm pointing fingers at, okay? You get the idea, all right? But next week should be a better week for us all, okay? You got to think everything positive. Chloe thinks negative. By the way, if I were you, jackboot, I can call her jackboot. I can call her an asshole. I can call her fart breath. I can call her butt breath, just like the captain did in Police Academy. Hey, butt breath. Better keep on being, you got to be positive. You better keep on trying to call that number. But put the phone up to your ear and don't put it on speaker. We're on fucking video still. Oh, and by the way, everyone, just to share this tidbit of info for you, I want to share, again, the joke before we finish prepping. And that is, since Chloe's got, you see that there? You see how, hit 4 when you do get it. Oh, you got to use the pen. See, she doesn't even fucking use the pen.
I have it up to my ear.
Anyways, but you're using the screen as a touch screen. I want to tell you guys a story. It goes like this. Funny story. I feel the phone peaked with phones like this. See, you just put it to your ear and you're like, hey, what's up? What's up? Yo, Chloe, of course, she's got this thing that looks like a damn tablet. Like, Gee, I wonder where I put my original iPad and iPad Mini. Those
Hi,
things.
I was calling because I have a question I'm inquiring. Is Base Camp still moving on Monday? So you're kind of in limbo. All right. Hoping by the end of the month.
End of the month.
All right.
Look, are they taking anyone right now?
They're not taking anyone right now. All right.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Do they have any referrals or recommendations?
Do you have
Because
any referrals?
otherwise, I'm going to be homeless.
Friendship House Mount Vernon.
Oh yeah, they're freaking full because of you people.
All right. I'll have to look them up. Thank you. They also recommended First Step, which does not.
Oh yes, the first step. That's nice. They're full too. What a bunch of jackasses.
I'm gonna have to go to that men's shelter in Seattle.
No, you're not, you son of a bitch.
I could call my one friend I met at the mental hospital. See if I could say better
Ugh.
in a week.
You see what I gotta fucking do, people? I gotta fucking find.
I'm gonna see if my mom can at least get me back to Pittsburgh.
Give me that fucking phone for it. Yeah, you better call her because right now she said something stupid about something, all right? I want you to do this. I want you to take this, right? Fucking
Yeah, they
stupid.
said they've been postponed until whenever.
Yeah, and that's because, but here's the thing. You're under emergency precinct, so you're going to, hold on a second, I'm looking for something. You're going to take this phone to the bed, to the office, and you're going to see if you can get a hold of someone right now for the Friendship House. Come on. There you go. Now go, here's your pen. And see if you can get a hold of someone and tell them your situation. It's a bunch of bullshit. End of the month. I can't house her till the end of the damn month. Closed on Monday. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You see this? Get your first step program early. They already said she's not capable of it. They said autistic people, Chloe better get in touch with her mom because this is freaking bullshit. This is, anywho. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this coffee and then I gotta go outside before my brain pops because this is just pissing me off. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Coffee's done. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, like, subscribe button, souls fun for your family, including your dogs and cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button, keep comments nice. All you ask, and I will be back soon with another update for you. Thank you, and God bless you in everything you do.